And this is a Wack Ass Show. It's your boy Genius.
Your girl Talina.
It's your boy 85.
Latina Marie.
And we are here for episode 6 of them hoes.
185.
Well, I can't wait till we're there. Actually, there.
Building sticks.
That's gonna feel good.
Everything sounds good with 85, don't it? 685. 785. 885.
Oh my God. Actually, you know what? Actually, that's 29.
No, I
At the end of Wednesday. 729. 1329. No. 1429.
29.
It means you're almost there.
No.
Nope.
Like the half hour mark.
23 is the best number you'll ever get.
Oh Lord, here we go.
You got a good argument though. You do have a good argument. Can't lie
Why?
there.
Because Jacqueline said it.
We got sidetracked. Sorry for that. But we are here for another episode of Lots of Open Conversation. This is the place you come to when you want to hear different-minded people talk about the same topic and hopefully give you a different perspective about what you was thinking about it.
Better
El differento.
A better
No.
perspective.
Okay, that just piqued something in my mind.
Peek it.
Let's start off with, what is wrong with different?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Okay, the reason I said better is because I feel like today in the world that we live in, everybody's so eager to be so different that they're saying ridiculous stuff when they're doing ridiculous
Yeah,
stuff.
I agree. Today I was watching a podcast, not a podcast, I saw a clip of a podcast.
And
And
this
this
watching a podcast.
and this guy said, well, I want to make sure I get it right. He said, this woman came up to me. She said, I graduated from college. I have a nice job. I have money. I got the house, the car, everything. The only thing that
Just ignorant.
the only thing that I'm missing is a man. And his response to her was, well, that's why you ain't got one. Who wants a man with a woman that has everything already?
Who wants a woman?
Woman, yeah.
I was gonna say, what?
What man, yeah. What man wants a woman that has everything already? That accomplished all of that already?
Right? But the
Exactly.
but the other men on the podcast
We're almost
like
agreeing.
they got it right away. They started laughing when he said that. He's like,
What?
you just
Why
took
wouldn't you
yourself.
want a woman
You
that got
just, he like,
everything?
they're all like, you just took yourself out of the running, and I'm like,
How?
what?
Exactly.
And that's what I mean. Like, people are so eager to be, like, thinking different. Like, they believe they're thinking differently. When in actuality, you're not thinking at all. Like, you're not even
that's
taking
weird.
yourself to a point to understand that two people who are established are supposed to be in a relationship
Right,
together.
right.
Not two people trying to figure it out.
Even though that can work for
Yeah,
some
it
people, you know,
can.
you should date on your level.
Right.
And there are some people that are capable of dating above their out of their league
Or below.
and below.
For sure.
So really, I feel like guys that say stuff like, because there's a lot of podcasts.
It was just when
of-
I heard it.
yeah,
I was like,
me as well. But it's
Right.
been a lot of those podcasts of guys saying dumb stuff like that about women, and it's like, it sounds like y'all are bitter that y'all aren't getting the women that you feel like you deserve.
or something.
That's
Because
actually
why-
what I was hearing.
You know, like, it sounds like these men are really bitter, and then it's like, why are you that bitter that you're willing to just bash women for literally anything? Now,
Right.
now there's something wrong with women being accomplished.
And then,
Right.
and then the guy, he was making a video of that, and he was like, why are y'all always talking about what do you bring to the table? And then she bringing everything to the table, and you saying she's disqualified.
It's like,
Right.
How
it's
does
like
that
I
make
want to
any
complain
sense?
about
Anything.
any and everything.
Right.
Like, because you've got too many
Yeah,
men
that's
who
weird.
believe that
That's
a
hell.
woman who has money is too masculine for her. She got her shit
Right.
together, so she gonna think she running me. And then a woman who don't have nothing is like, you just want me to take care of you. You a gold digger. So it's like,
What is she supposed to be?
Right.
Like,
You
which
want-
is what? Where?
you
I'm
don't
supposed
know
to
what
land?
you
Niggas
want.
are wild nowadays.
Really
Yeah.
weird. That's
And
really weird.
we don't understand that perspective
That's
at,
really weird.
at all. So
Yeah.
shout out to our parents for raising us however they raised us, because that just sounds straight ignorant.
It's confusing because you see it constantly online, but I've actually never met somebody
Yeah,
who thinks this
that
way.
way.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like,
But that's what I'm saying. Like any nigga that you actually meet that girl, he gonna be telling his boys, bro.
Right.
You will not.
Right.
Especially if she's out of your league. If
Right.
you feel like that, she's out
How
of your
would you
league,
ever feel like?
you finna be like, bro, I hit the
Nah,
fucking
I
jackpot.
don't want that.
Right.
You go like, so you mean to tell me you got all of this?
They're telling on
Yeah,
themselves.
You want me? You want me?
They're
Right.
They're telling on themselves. They don't got the sauce. That's all
Right,
you're
that-
saying.
that's what
like,
that sounds
you're
like at the
telling
end
on
of the day.
yourselves because that makes no sense. None whatsoever.
I don't know. I
Especially
can't-
if you feel like you got a platform, then you got a little something going on. So why would an established woman be?
a problem for you.
Why would she
Right.
be eliminated from the
Right.
conversation?
Fact. Would y'all date a man
Who didn't have nothing?
lower than y'all level?
Yeah, but I think that's more common with women than it is men.
Hell no.
You don't think so?
Fuck no.
I think it's more because women look
In
at,
actuality, I feel
think,
like
yeah.
it
I think it is.
I
think it's
feel
more
like
common
social
for women.
media makes it seem like it's opposite.
Yeah, I don't feel that way. I feel like it's majority shit.
I think more women do date below their
Mhm.
standards
I
because
don't
we
think a lot
look-
of men do.
yeah,
Yeah.
because women are usually not just attractive physically. Like for men,
Maybe I'm thinking about my standards.
yeah, maybe,
Yeah.
which I'm sure is different from a lot
Yeah,
of
I
guys.
can-
But I think in like general, I think most women do date below them. But I think that's like the
But then
nurturing
I've
part
learned
of
too,
a woman.
women really don't. Y'all are not attracted to the same things that men are attracted
Right,
to.
right,
Yeah.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I used to really think like women like the way you look. They do, but that
But
is
not,
very
not,
low
yeah,
on the list.
it's,
though.
yeah, it's not.
I'm
top
like,
right
dang,
there.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
And it broke my heart.
It really is. But then as I got older, I understood why these fine ass girls are with what I consider
Right.
to be ugly dudes.
Because they funny. Because I figured that out.
And they're just nice to
Yup,
them.
yup,
They
nice
they
guys,
do the
yup.
small things.
They funny.
Yeah, they are funny. But it's those men that
Funny-
they
Funny
probably
looking.
Right.
Like, legitimately, this morning I was thinking to myself, like, I don't think I could ever have sex with somebody who I can't laugh with. Like,
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
if I can't
I
laugh
can have
with
sex
you,
with somebody that I can't
Yeah.
laugh
I
with.
can't. I don't
That's
think I
crazy.
could really legitimately.
When am I gonna be
have
laughing in the room when we
Because
do
to
it?
me, sex can be
I mean,
fun.
yeah, sometimes it can be fun,
he's
but-
funny.
I guess. I see
Yeah,
what
so
you're
if
saying,
you
'cause I'm
can't
trying to
have a
fun in
personality-
in this round, and you just like,
But especially because when role playing come into
Right.
play,
Like, I
Right,
need it to
right.
be
Yeah,
fun.
I
it's
love
fun,
the
yeah.
role play. And I
That makes
remember
sense.
when we worked at the Roadhouse, they all thought that they all asked, like, we were just talking about sexual experiences, and they all was like, "Selena, I bet it's funny in the room with you because you're so ignorant." And I'm like, so I just,
Oh, yeah,
I just started
that's
over
it.
exaggerating everything. Like, yeah, I'll be in there trying to talk to him about sucking his dick. Like,
Oh,
what are you going on? Yeah, I'm doing that.
She be doing this at girls' night all the time.
I always get up and walk out. I'm not
Raven just
dealing with
thinks
this
it's the
shit.
funniest thing.
Oh,
Like,
hilarious.
why do you
not.
want to listen
But
to her do
everyone
this?
thought that, like, I bet it's just funny. I'm like, not all the time, but sometimes it can be.
Yeah. Moving the fuck on.
To role play. I feel like
Okay.
that's very underrated.
Yes.
yeah.
Role play is very underrated.
I just don't feel like you get a lot of light. You know,
you
it's
think
not
so?
a light. There's not a lot of light shit on that
Because
subject.
even
I don't
like
hear a
little
lot of
stuff-
people
yeah,
talking
that's what I'm
about
saying. Role play.
role play.
Yeah.
Even like little stuff, like when you're at home and you just like can turn a regular
Mhm.
conversation
Yeah, it don't necessarily
into
have to be
Right.
sex.
Right.
yeah something else. But like me and Derek do it all the time. Like,
But that's why I was gonna say maybe it's not to me once again because I've been doing
but
that.
I don't never
Mhm.
hear. But like he's saying, I don't never hear like
Yeah, I
hear
don't hear
it.
about
it.
Like, oh, you hear
Me
about
and
a
my
lot
boys
of
don't talk about it. We don't talk about role playing.
I mean, I bring up things that I want to do. It never really happens, but like my idea of role play is extravagant. Like to the point where it's like, okay, let's.
You don't even know what's happening.
Right, like I want
I
to
know what
meet
you
up
mean.
somewhere
Yeah.
and
Oh,
pretend
yeah, like
we
that.
don't
Yeah,
know each
okay,
other.
yeah.
I want it to be because especially in my situation, I'm married with kids now, so
Gotta spice it up.
right, like
Mhm.
it's relationships are more fun when you are
Stepping out of the
missing
box.
each other.
It's gonna end up like Gerald's game.
That shit look wild.
What? Oh yeah,
So,
yeah,
like Joe's
yeah,
game.
yeah. That was a very,
Wow.
I could not even believe I was watching it. No, Another wild movie. I mean, it was a show, but
Is it about roleplay?
I don't know what it was about, but the show was weird. Have you ever seen a brand new Cherry?
I just heard
I
about
wanted to start watching that.
So
seen it.
it's weird. I had started watching it and then I stopped. But then yesterday I saw something about a sex scene that was in it. And I went and watched just that scene, and oh my gosh.
Because they were saying it's a very
It's just-
uncomfortable,
it's so-
consensual sex scene.
It is so fucking weird.
What?
It is so fucking weird. So
How
somehow
people be getting nuts with these
Yeah.
scenes
Like-
sometimes.
First of
I
all,
see why. Because
You don't gotta explain
Yeah.
it. Yeah,
No, but I
do
just
wanna
see
watch
like
it.
why they get wild because.
it's
I was-
episode 4. It starts at like 35 minutes.
But this is why.
But
This is why they do that.
Right.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Because
yeah.
I want to.
Yeah.
because
That's why.
Because the
if
show
somebody
was
just
pretty
came
good.
and told you, yeah, man, I seen this movie and this dude got his head chopped off, you'd be like, okay.
Right.
But
right.
you hearing Negan smash his
Like
head,
that?
yeah.
Yeah.
Like that was
The Walking
something,
Dead.
Yeah.
and that's why it's
Everybody
going the
knows
way it's going because
It's more about shot guys.
the world has
Yeah.
seen so much
So
stuff.
much.
Yeah.
And everybody's
How can
watching
you-
porn now, so
yeah.
just to have a regular sex
Right,
scene
it's
in
just
shows
on your
is nothing.
phone.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Though, but
Right.
there was this one movie, I forgot what it's called. It might just be called like Infidelity or something like that. But
Sounds familiar.
Is it 3 of them?
no, it was just one. But the sex scene in it was so intense because of the rest of the movie, and I liked that. See,
Yeah,
I
right,
hate
right.
that. Now it's just put it
Sex,
there.
right?
Yeah.
Like it's
Mhm.
sometimes
Because the
it's not
movie was about
necessary.
this dude. He went to work and he came home and found his wife cheating on him, and so like he caught him in the act, and so he had him at gunpoint, and he told him like they gonna stay here. We gonna talk about this, like,
Oh, I
and
think
so
I've seen
yeah,
that,
and so through the
yeah.
movie he was talking about it, but then he ended up calling
The
the dude's wife,
Yeah.
and
That was
that was the
the
sex scene. He ended up having sex with his wife in front of him
Mhm.
to like kind of.
Get even.
But-
back.
You have to watch the whole movie
Right.
for that to even
Right.
be.
Make sense and
Yeah,
for
to
it to-
exactly.
be able to
Just
feel
like
what
the-
you're supposed to feel.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
The
Right.
show, I think it's called Sex Life.
I think so.
And that was, to me, obviously there's going to be a lot of sex in it. But to me, I felt like it was all necessary sex scenes.
Right.
Mhm.
It wasn't
Mhm.
just full of sex. It was
Mhm.
when they were presenting it to you, it was necessary for it to
Mhm.
be there. But like
Mhm.
Euphoria. Okay, we get that the kids are having sex,
And y'all
but
put it
why
in,
is
y'all
it?
put it in the background of every
Like,
scene,
It's
in the
not
background.
necessary
I'm like,
to be in every episode.
Because
Like-
kids don't need to be
Right.
like that. Like,
Not,
they having sex, but not like
yeah,
that.
Yeah, I mean some.
Yeah, some, but not
we
like.
don't need to
Yeah,
display
not
it
like-
like
right,
that.
right.
Like every time you switch a scene, somebody sucking somebody, or
Right.
like this is
Yeah,
unnecessary.
it's getting wild.
It's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Especially for it to be
teenagers.
Yeah, for it to be set for teenagers.
But, and
like,
that's what
a little
really
wild.
caught me by surprise. Like, I'm not, probably out of all of us, I was probably doing the most shit in high school. But, see, like, that's just out there. Like, it's
Excessive.
very, very excessive. And I'm like, there's not even giving a real portrait
Right.
of what.
It's like
I feel
it's
like
a
it's-
certain lifestyle.
Yeah, I feel like it's like how the rich and famous.
Right,
I was about to say,
right.
I bet it's like that in Beverly Hills.
Yeah,
Right,
like I
right.
bet that they
Like,
all
that's probably the
celebrities
Kardashians.
can watch it, yeah, and be
They probably
like,
feel
man,
like
In
high school was
days,
really
it's
like
probably
that.
like that.
Right.
You know, but for regular high school, yes, there was sex and drugs, but it just was not on that.
But I know what
level.
y'all mean. 'Cause
Right,
like
yeah.
in Lock and Key, like they be having, you know, they little not sex scenes, but little kissing scenes
Yeah.
and stuff. But when the middle girl do it with her little boyfriend, it just be like, in my mind, I just be like, ain't she 15?
Right. Right.
And this dude, they just let this dude up in her room by themselves,
But that's also
like door
different
closed.
because it's white.
Y'all just in there, just like. I'm just like, and I just can't help but think
I have
that while
always
I'm
wondered
watching
That
it.
is real.
yeah,
Yeah, I
that
know,
is-
but I'm just saying, though, I'm just like, she's 15.
But that's also
I'm like,
a
this is
different
crazy.
thing.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
and
definitely
and the
a
mom and
culture
dad right
thing.
it's a
downstairs,
culture
like.
thing. That's a culture thing.
It is definitely a culture
Because
thing.
I saw something this girl was saying about like Kim Kardashian, Kanye West, because she be letting North be on
Yeah,
TikTok,
and
and
wear
for
makeup
him,
and all of that.
yeah, and he's like, yeah, okay, it's one thing if you're just doing it at home, you know, because
Mhm.
she is a little girl, and I can see that she may want to get into
And
that
her
stuff.
mom is who she is.
But his problem is especially being a black man, like, don't put that out for other people to see. Like, it's sex predators, it's pedophiles. Like, black people just look at it like a little fast girl very differently than white people do. And especially on their level, I know Kim it's not resonating in her the way that it will for black people.
I mean, I definitely don't agree with making somebody feel like they are doing something wrong because you as a person can personally feel like, I'm ready for this. You know, if at 15 you feel like you're ready for sex and you have that conversation with your parents, it's really nobody's business to put that judgment on. But definitely it shouldn't be out there for people to be able to put a judgment on, because sex is supposed to be a personal thing. And I think that's the problem, that too many teenagers have made it such a public thing. Like, why?
And like with the Kanye and Kim thing, like, I feel like parents should be willing to sacrifice for, whatever. If Kanye don't want his daughter wearing makeup, the world seeing his daughter wear makeup, I feel like Kim should be like, all right.
I feel like the compromise
she can
is
wear,
she can
she
do
can
it
wear
at
makeup
home.
in the house.
Right. She can't go out the house and and don't post that.
Right.
You know,
right. So to the world, you don't know that my daughter wearing makeup.
Right. But she is a little girl, so I can understand she may want to play in it.
Younger than William.
Right.
So it's like,
I just feel like parents just need to be like, come to
more compromise.
Because it's gonna be, no, I don't want that. Yes, I do want that. All right, and it's gonna be, the opposite.
Right.
So we need to come to an understanding on what we gonna do.
But them cultural differences are because just look at Kylie dating that older of guys when she was 15, 16. And now
nobody was saying nothing.
No one's saying anything.
Nobody
so
in
it's
her
like
house
now they
all the black shows were saying it. They like Tiger gonna get arrested. Everybody was saying it.
Because the black community is concerned, but you are now concerned for the black person in the situation, because these are white people, and yes, they do that. We don't do that, and not to say that there ain't no black parents that.
That's my friend, nigga. Shut up. You just happen to be hanging out with Kylie Jenner. Okay.
Look, right. Even Travis Scott, like, I just realized today he's 30. And
but Travis, he was straight by the time he was
right. But it's still like that's her preference is to date a lot older, and it's like nobody was. To me, that's just in the house. Like, you think that you're keeping a wrap on something if it's in your house, and it's better to.
Chris dates older, so
and it's really hard to do when you are who you are too.
Her mom,
when your whole family is famous, it's hard to
sit back and not be
and make sure that your daughters and your sons ain't doing something that you really wouldn't want them to do.
I don't feel.
I don't either.
I don't feel like
because you're not,
especially the example that you're setting. Like, could you
but
see?
That's what I'm saying. Like, if
Kevin Hart's kids turning
the
like
Kardashians, but they're not. Kevin Hart is not them.
Yeah,
but that's my point.
That's what I'm saying. He's not them though. Like, their job. The Kardashians' job was just to look good and live like this lifestyle.
Yeah.
So if you got these kids around you and the camera's on you 24/7, when do you have time to be off? To go to your daughter's room and be like, let me read you a bedtime story.
Yeah, but I feel like
let me tuck you in the bed. I've never seen that on their television ever.
Right. They do have the ability to say what is and what isn't filmed.
No, I know they do, but I'm saying they so consumed
like
with
that
their life is on it.
Right.
Yeah.
They just don't.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. But and speaking of Kim Kardashian, she just got a lot of backlash because they did a vanity spread, and it was just International Women's Day, and 2 days after is when this came out. The article and stuff came out, and
International Women's Month.
Yeah, but it was the actual day.
Oh, okay.
And she was asked about business advice.
What advice would she give to women who are
in business? And she said, I've got the best advice for women.
Get off your
lazy ass and fucking work. It seems like nobody wants to work these days. And
that is good advice, but from you.
Not from you, right. And that's what people see is, and it's like.
From an Andy Dick, that'd be great advice. Somebody who was living in his car.
Yeah.
It's like you were born into wealth, so not saying that you've never worked hard to do whatever you're doing. That's not what people are saying. They're just saying it's very different
It's easier
because
when
you
you
could stop
born
working,
into-
but you could have never chose to never work
and
and
still be in the
be
same
good.
position you are.
you're in.
Because the other sister chose not to be on the show and she was still good.
But
She
that
still
too,
chooses
people
to
were
be
very upset
more
about.
See, and
behind,
she's
and she's still out there.
But people were upset about that too because she was in the background like, yeah, that's great advice. But there was a whole storyline of you not wanting to do any work.
Yep.
There was a whole
their
season of her just like, I want to focus on my kids
Kylie.
and Courtney.
Mm-hmm.
So how do you co-sign saying that people need to work hard and you're in the position you're in and you have the privilege to say, I don't want to work. I don't want to do this photo shoot. I don't want to go on tour. I don't want to do whatever it is
Just
we need
like
to do.
Rob. No one really knows what he's doing,
But he's not in on
it's like, you know,
Right, you know that.
You know,
he
his
ain't
bills is paid.
missing no meals.
Right.
Saying that he's not working.
And yeah, but it's just like we know
right.
that y'all can literally step back from all of this and still be fine. And that's what people's problem is, that, girl, you don't know that people aren't going back to work because it's not worth it to go back to work. You can't tell somebody, I can give you all of this on unemployment,
Right.
and then I gotta go back to work for somebody else for less.
Right.
That don't make sense. That don't make sense.
Because I
Yeah,
was
'cause that pissed
definitely
me off
making
when I found
more
out.
than him on unemployment.
That doesn't
And
make
I was
sense.
in the accident. And I
Right.
was getting workman's comp. And I'm
Right.
like, how are people that's not working making more than me?
It's just very different from the rest of the world. And I believe she meant well, but I think she has really forgotten that you've bottled up appropriation and that's what you selling. And you don't,
because
you
Diddy
know.
just said the same thing, basically. And nobody said nothing about him. Because y'all heard about
But I feel like
all
he
the roaches
did
on
work
his
hard
face.
to get where he got.
Freddie P. I heard about Freddie P. on Instagram crying and talking about plenty times he felt like killing himself and all that. And it all stemmed from the deal with Diddy and all of that, right?
No, but I have been hearing a lot of the
But it went viral.
Diddy effect.
Then Diddy just came out with it on Instagram and said, if you can't live with the lions, get out the den.
For sure.
Basically,
But I feel like he worked hard to get where he is.
yeah, but he's saying, like, don't try to blame your
Your
failures
failures
on
on
me.
me. Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, y'all, the group didn't succeed.
But I feel like
That don't mean you still can't succeed afterward.
Right.
I feel like it's accurate to say there is a Diddy effect. Because
It might
everybody
be.
who
It
has
might be.
It might be, but even people who have come, I'm talking like the superstars for Bad Boy, who have come out and said something like, yeah, we signed a bad deal, they still ain't hurting.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
And
like,
even if they were
because
at one
as a
point,
smart
they had to
businessman, you
figure it out.
signed
Right.
this.
Yeah. And
I was
even-
smart enough to take the chance to see if you would sign this, and you signed it.
Right.
Yeah, that's
so
for sure.
that's water under the bridge because you signed this.
Right.
So now, after we cut ties or whatever, if you become homeless, that's on you.
But and I feel like people don't realize, especially when they do sign a bad deal, you can do other things outside of that. You're not completely
Right. Well, sometimes you are.
No, because
It
even
depends-
JoJo,
no, that's
she
why I
wrote.
said sometimes you are. It depends on the deal.
But JoJo signed a terrible deal.
Yeah.
Her voice was not hers legally for
Right.
10 plus
Yeah,
years.
she couldn't
And
do
she
nothing.
still was making money by posting stuff on YouTube. She was able to do
Yeah,
stuff
so
in a
her
way.
deal, that's what I'm saying.
But she also got their deal before YouTube.
Yep, and all of that.
I mean,
so that
yeah,
wasn't
so
involved
right,
in
so
the
right.
deal.
But I'm saying, like,
But I'm
when
guaranteeing
you
today, if you
realize
sign to
that,
something,
right, when you
they're gonna
realize
say
that
you
you're
can't
in
do
a
YouTube,
bad,
you can't do.
I'm sure that will be in there today.
It just happened to NBA YoungBoy. He just dropped
Oh,
it
yeah.
2 weeks ago.
Because
He just dropped an
mixtapes
album
was
on,
able
well,
to be.
a mixtape
Yeah.
on Apple Music, all the streaming sites. He
Right.
dropped the mixtape. 2 days later, the record company took it down
I mean, they
because
out
he
here
signed a
today.
deal where he's locked into certain things.
But that also is a problem. Too many people are out here thinking if they got a deal, they've made it. That's not
I don't think
factual.
that's the case anymore. Independency has been taken over more lately, only because of all those
But
stories.
it's still
that
happening.
Yeah.
It's
But
just
there's-
happening
but
on lower
there's,
levels
like,
now.
there's
Like we're
the-
making a stallion.
Kids do
Right.
believe that they need a deal to be big.
No, not no
Like,
more.
They believe that that's gonna help their name be where it is because I mean, look at all
right. I think they think if it's the right
right,
like,
all the big
company,
the
then they
popular
feel like,
artists
yeah.
right now that aren't really like the one hit wonders of today. they're all signed to somebody. They're not independent artists.
No more.
What do you mean?
They're not independent anymore.
So you think when they got big like they were,
Then they
were
signed the deal.
You think so?
That's how it's mostly happening now.
Because I keep hearing that a lot of people are portraying independence to getting signed when in actuality they are already signed. Like that girl that wrote the A, B, C, D, E, F, U. I don't know if you.
Oh, yeah.
So she played like she wrote the song on TikTok, but the song was already written. Her publicist or whatever put in the comments, write a song with the ABCs.
Yeah.
Because she was asking, hey guys, I'm having writer's block, please give me some ideas. And her publicist went and put that in the comment section. So it looked like somebody, a fan, gave her this idea and she wrote the song and it blew up. But in actuality, she was already signed. And I feel like a lot of signed artists are putting off, I'm doing this from nothing.
That's what called industry plans.
I was gonna say, they definitely playing.
Right.
But that's why they got these videos. That's what I'm saying. These fans today don't like that stuff.
I don't know.
All of these people
I think
make
a lot
videos
of people are
but
getting very
they make videos about it.
Yeah.
They're talking about certain artists like, this artist is an industry plan. This artist is an industry plan.
But I don't think society cares as much as we think they do.
No, not everybody.
Yeah.
And majority of people don't even care about that. If they an industry plan or not.
Right.
They don't care. They just care if they like the music or not.
Right.
Now, on the other end, on the business side, it's just like, I still think people stupid.
Oh, yeah.
It's just happening on a lower level.
Yeah.
Like with Megan Thee Stallion. She signed a deal with an independent record company. Then she was complaining about it.
Mm-hmm.
After you making all of this money and that company helped you blow up, you complaining about it. So it's just an independent company that's,
Right.
Well, she was saying that she never got paid from them. She always had to do something else outside of the contract, basically, to get money. So she just wanted out of the contract. But that goes back to
you already signed.
Yeah, you just signing anything so that you can be on.
And that's what I mean. Like, I feel like people think that's what's necessary. That's
And
how you keep getting so many bad deals.
Because I'm like, it's so many interviews and everything. People saying that they didn't sign bad deals that you would think when somebody offer you a deal, not even read it. Somebody offer you a deal, go take that deal to a lawyer.
Right.
Yep. You can take
even
it
if
to
you read
legal
it,
aid.
you still not gonna know what.
But I think even if you took the time to read it, you would have some questions, and that would make you go to a lawyer.
Right.
It's getting to the point where you're not even reading
Googling some of them words and being
Right.
like, oh, hell no.
Right.
You know, like.
Because we had a lawyer send us some papers, and I read it, and I'm like, of course I don't know what that word means, but in context, I can understand what they're trying to say.
Right.
Yeah.
But these contracts be worded in a way where that's what I'm saying. They're trying to confuse you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the name of admin, therefore,
Right.
But you can Google that, translate it.
Yeah.
All upcoming artists, take whatever money is in your budget. If you get a deal, take that, pay a lawyer to look it over.
Right.
Yeah.
It's nothing more than a couple bands at most.
And it all depends on what you want, too.
Right.
Because there was a point in my life where I wouldn't have minded to be signed to a deal.
Right.
And everything that happens to that artist. Like, if I was in a deal like Usher or something like that, I wouldn't have minded that back in the day. But now, it's like, no, I don't want that. I want to own all of my everything.
Right.
But then also, Usher is the type of artist that's like, he don't write, really. Usher's not a writer.
Right.
Like, Usher's not known for writing. He's a singer, dancer. He's a Michael Jackson. Now, Michael Jackson wrote a little bit, but Usher's not a writer. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So what do he care about anything other than just having hit songs?
Right.
So if somebody can write him a hit song and he can do it and it perform it well, it could be a hit song, he don't care.
Like he getting enough of the profit.
That's a perfect type of artist to get a deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't care.
That's what
the record company's about to do everything for you. We gonna set you up with producers, writers. You don't care about owning nothing.
Yeah.
You get your little pay from recording it, and you make your money on the road.
I just think time shows, progression of everything. Yeah, like.
Not different, better.
You would never want. You would never want no TLC deal. So
Right.
time has shown, independent may sometimes be a better way to
No,
go.
no artist would ever want a TLC.
I don't know, because they still were able to be successful and turn things around for themselves because they realized that they were
they're
in a
not
bad
where
deal.
they should be.
Oh, absolutely not.
That's like New Edition. You would never want a New Edition deal.
But I'm saying, like, so today, if you
This
knew
should
that
be
you
rich
were
as-
in a deal like that,
I'll
I
say
feel
it
like
like this.
today it would be easier to
Nah, but
turn things around for yourself to be able to be the
Maybe.
success you want to be.
Maybe.
Now, back then, yeah, it was a
But
shitty situation.
I think it just also matters how deep into it you are.
Yeah.
Because like TLC and New Edition, we were using them as an example. They were deep into their
Right.
contracts by the
Right.
time they had albums
Right, that
Mhm.
realized that they were in these bad deals.
in sync. Right after their first album,
They realized. Right.
and they got out of that, and
Right.
they did more albums, and so I
Right.
think
And
that
that
also-
helped them to be like what they are today.
Right.
And Sync is legendary. And not that TLC
Right, New
or
Edition.
New Edition ain't legends, but they definitely don't get the love that they should be
for
getting
sure. Yeah.
for what they did. For the
No,
whole
I get-
genre of
I-
what they...
Right, like how everyone's like, instant get back together. That should be
That should
TLC
be New
and
Edition.
Right.
Like they should have that.
That New Edition should be extremely wealthy.
Right. And not to make it seem like I'm blaming Left Eye, but her death definitely did not help though.
No, it didn't. But I also feel like, I'm not sure how long after Left Eye died that they put their last album out, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't no more than like 5 years.
Yeah.
So I look at it like, just imagine if Left Eye had lived, and they, she was out of state or whatever doing that. So we don't know how long that would. So let's just say the 5 years still happened and they dropped another album. The album didn't do that good.
Right.
But I feel
But
like it's because she wasn't
I feel
around,
like it
because she
would've
was
been
the
differently if she
I
was
feel
around.
she's
And
the
I
creative.
just feel like it was the down spiral time.
I feel like it could have been a hiatus.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah.
Especially if they came back with some
But
heat.
she was the
Yeah.
creative.
And then
and
didn't
they
that
were-
come out after Destiny's Child was out?
Yeah.
So it was like they was like the new thing.
But Destiny's Child wasn't TLC like that.
Yeah.
No, but it was just the new thing.
No, but I'm saying like they didn't have a rapper.
But,
like
yeah,
they're still
and
people.
that's-
No, it wasn't,
Before
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
They would have won.
So they
Yeah.
still would have been in
Yeah.
a lane
I
of
do
their
feel
own
like
because
that-
of Left Eye. And
But the
Definitely.
album had Left Eye on it.
Yeah, but it's when you know she's not. It's when you know.
Yeah.
That, you know that
No,
I
people
can't go see
already
this
aren't
live
gonna
with her,
feel like
Yeah, I
they
guess.
don't want to buy or don't want to
Because
listen.
in
That's
my
like-
eyes, I
but
just
that's
look
like
at it
if
like
a
they
Michael
was on their
Jackson-
downward spiral anyway.
But that's like if a Michael
when that
Jackson album came out today.
Yeah, it's like Invincible though.
He
That
was
album
alive,
didn't do that good.
but he was alive.
Right.
I'm
the
saying,
al-
I'm saying
the
dead.
Rhythm, Dance to the Rhythm or whatever, that album.
That didn't do that good.
But it's because he was already gone and people are like, well, this is...
We know it ain't
Right.
they
What
they
was
gonna
the one
be
album
skeptics
Timbaland
of
did?
it.
That's that one, the Dance to the
Yeah,
Rhythm.
it didn't do that good.
But people
It
was
did so
excited
bad
about
that
it.
because I thought they was gonna take his hologram on tour.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was like, I'm getting ready for this. Remember they did on the award show,
Yeah.
and I was
Mhm.
like, they can't not let this go on tour. Like I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm getting ready for that. I want to see that.
Right.
The album didn't do good.
Well,
I
they
ain't heard
took-
nothing since that.
Well, they took
For
it to
Michael Jackson.
Vegas and he has a residency.
Yeah, I can
So-
see that.
Right.
But I feel
That's
like
a
if he was
fact.
alive, it still would have been a tour.
Yeah, I do
They
too.
would've sold
I
out.
feel like it would have been completely
Yeah,
different
I feel
with
like
him
the
being
tour would have
alive.
sold out. Yeah, 'cause
Yeah,
That's
I
what Mike
think
cleaned
just
up
the
at.
fact that people know it's not
Yeah,
him
is
that
enough to,
turns
like-
people away
Yeah,
from
but
even.
then I look at it like, but Invincible was him.
No, that just
and
was
that
a bad
ain't do
album,
good.
and not a bad album. It just was may have been a bad time for him to come out.
What's his
Yeah.
name? Tony Mattel.
He said, Tony Mattel is the devil.
Oh my god.
He won't promote my album.
Because they try to dead
Yeah,
you,
I feel
man.
like that wasn't a good time because I don't remember
I don't
a whole
feel-
lot
I
of
feel
promotion
like
for that.
This,
and-
because I look at it, because I don't understand all that outside stuff do matter too. But I also look at it just strictly on just musically. And like,
It wasn't
I mean, I do too. It was a good album to me.
I think he
But
was
it
trying to
wasn't-
switch it up for the times.
The times.
Yeah.
and I just felt like, I remember at the time I was feeling like, You Rock My World is cool, but it's not.
But
I was
at
like,
that-
this is not
I thought you
what
were
I was
right.
waiting
Right,
for.
I know, man. But there was
After
B2K,
a while.
But I also think
you
it's
had
just
boy
because
bands
we knew. If you know Michael Jackson and his music, like, I think it hits you differently. So, like...
But I'm just saying, like, and that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm used to that for Mike. And when I hear You Rock My World, I heard...
I mean, but he was trying to keep up with what was going on.
Right.
And I understand that.
Out
but
at
I
the
feel
time.
like, Dirt Show, you gave Brandy hotter stuff than this.
But listen to that album that came out around that those
what
her album.
No, not album. I'm just saying in general.
The songs.
Like you've given her hotter beats than this.
I mean, if he trying to keep up with the times,
and I'm so used to Mike like
for sure
Jam and Dangerous and Bad and.
I mean, but you gotta consider what the conversation.
I don't know, but to me, Invincible was not. It was not.
Yeah,
a Michael Jackson album
it
that
wasn't history.
Right. Even that. Even that.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that.
Even history.
I like the album.
It felt like a Michael Jackson album.
Yeah, I like the album. It just doesn't feel like I will turn on history before I turn on Invincible.
It just.
It did feel so like because I couldn't hear nobody else on that song. Definitely.
Yeah, no, it sounds like Michael. Like it sounds like, but it just sounds like a weaker Mike.
I think you just gotta kind of.
And I feel like it sounds like that because music changed.
Yeah.
Because everyone can't.
And he was still trying to do what he do.
I think that's hard for a lot of artists to, if they're trying to still make music, to keep changing.
Because you got bills,
and still be you. And still be you. That's what makes it hard.
Like
you can just change.
Mary,
you can go and copy everybody.
A great example to me of someone who keeps reinventing herself.
And she still sounds like her.
Yeah, but she's able to just, even if it's one single, like she's able to get one out there.
Like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, but but she got like 2 or 3 singles off of that album, like on a curated Apple playlist, you know, and it's she's one of the few artists that can do that over decades, keeping up with what everyone else is doing.
Now that I think about that, I really do think she should have done Real Love at the Super Bowl.
That would have been cool. But I know why she did the song she did. Some songs are her biggest hits.
Yeah, which is why. Because see,
I
that's what
that
I don't
throws me off too. With
don't
certain
like.
songs from artists be like super big.
And because it's like with some people, their biggest hits from like forever ago, like Seal.
Right.
That song will never not be his biggest hit.
Right.
And even if he came out with a dope ass song today,
it's still
that
not
song would never not be his.
Over.
And it's like, he can't come out with nothing today.
But still be selling like crazy. It's crazy.
And that's what I mean.
But
every time
I be like Seal.
But I be like,
name another Seal.
I be like, who buying it?
Like,
right.
Who buying it?
Right.
I ain't never went nowhere in my life and somebody playing Seal.
Right.
I ain't never got nobody's car. And I'm like, bro, what is this? And they
Probably
said Seal.
Right.
Probably me. I'm somebody that play like
I feel that way about Life Jennings as well.
But everybody know.
Yes, it's in every movie. It's in it's everywhere.
I think it was because it was so worldwide a phenomenon of a song. It wasn't like stuck really in a genre. It's like Journey.
And you know what's
it's
crazy?
Like a song that everybody will just know.
Right.
And you know what's crazy about that song? Them chord changes.
Oh yeah.
Is like normally that wouldn't work in a pop song.
Right.
Like them off key changes. It's like it's not simple.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that song.
And he was
blue.
This nigga got married to Heidi Klum.
Right.
Oh, you the man.
Seal.
You're the man.
Like,
and didn't he have a song in Space Jam at the end of the credits? But it wasn't that song. But it's like
Fly.
Yeah, Fly like.
Yeah,
I was singing. I was kind of in the melody, but I was going with Nelly the Furtados. But it is Fly.
But I was saying like about Mary.
Fly like an eagle through the spirit.
Like it's crazy that No Drama did what it did. Like
for Mary J. Blige?
Yeah, because it's like
no, it's not.
No, it's not. But it's like
She got
all
some
of
pop.
these hits, before that.
And that's what I mean.
And
I feel
nothing
like
ever got that
real
big,
love.
but no drama and how she marketed it with the video.
Yeah.
I mean,
and all
that
of that.
is my favorite Mary J. Blige
See
song.
what I'm saying?
So
That makes him
it
bigger.
always has
It's like the
been.
Wiz Khalifa song.
Right.
That is not his
Right.
best song.
No. Not at all.
Which one?
But that's his
with
big.
the singer. Oh, that was it.
Oh, from the Fast
No,
and
But that's his
Furious.
biggest song. He'll never get a song
When
bigger than
Paul
that.
Walker died.
That's ridiculous.
Wiz
'Cause I
Khalifa
don't
will
like
never
that
get a
song.
song ever bigger than
I
that.
don't like that song.
But
Me
Black and
either.
Yellow-
It's, I mean,
Black
not
and
that I don't
Yellow
like
bigger?
it. It's okay.
No.
Black and
No.
Yellow wasn't bigger.
No.
What you call it? Who was using that? The Steelers.
Yeah.
Wiz is. I think. And speaking of him, I think he's very underrated.
Who?
Wiz
Khalifa?
Khalifa.
Yeah, for
I
sure.
fuck with Wiz.
Oh, I fuck with him too.
Okay,
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what I'm saying. He's
Wiz
very
cold.
underrated.
That's
I don't know
that
why.
I love Wiz.
I love Wiz.
Charlie Puth.
Yeah,
That song.
Charlie Puth.
So you know he wrote Slow Motion by
Trey
Trey Songz?
Charlie Puth?
Yes.
I can hear that.
Right. I was like Charlie Puth.
Right.
I can hear that.
When she told me that.
After I found that,
Yeah.
I can definitely
I can
hear it.
that. Yeah, for sure.
So what is cursive singing?
Cursive?
You know.
No, I don't.
Not-
It's like more melodic, right?
I don't know.
Cursive is.
I just found out. I just heard the term today.
I feel
They
like
said that it's whisper singers, is like singers that can belt and blow, and then
Right.
you got cursive singers.
I think it's more
And then they
melodic.
said Halsey
Runners.
is like one of those.
Who?
Halsey
Halsey
is
is
a
a
cursive
cursive
singer.
singer?
And I don't know
never
what it
listened to
is.
her.
I would assume that cursive singing is meshing your words.
Okay.
That's what I would assume it is,
Okay,
and then
it
you
might
put
be.
Halsey
'Cause
in
that's
that.
what she
That's
do.
what she
Okay, it
definitely
might be.
I don't
meshes
listen
her
to her.
words.
Okay. it
I
might
would
be.
put Ariana Grande used to be
And
a
they were
cursive
saying
singer.
they said her. That's crazy. She gets it. I still don't get it. Because I'm trying to hear it in my head. But
It's
they
not
said that.
understanding what somebody is saying.
But they said that her name was in it.
cursive.
It's literally, there just used to be this big thing about
But the girl
Ariana
kept
Grande
saying, I don't understand
never,
what she's saying.
Yeah, nobody ever knew what Ariana Grande
She
would
used to
be
be
saying.
like,
Yeah, like you're not speaking.
Yeah.
You're-
Oh,
She
okay.
did.
There's
So
She
that's
did
what
not
it
say
is?
nothing.
There's a song
Just
on
stick her chin up
Trolls
and-
by Ariana Grande, and I sing.
Stuff came out.
I don't know what she's saying, but when
Yeah.
I sing it, I sing. I don't know. Nobody's gonna know what I'm saying. Those are the
Right.
lyrics I use because I
Right.
have no fucking clue what you're saying in this song.
No.
She has gotten better, and
Yeah.
she's talked
Yeah.
about it in interviews. But it's like, how did you get there? How did we get
Yeah.
to not separating our
Yeah,
words?
it's crazy how they was putting certain singers in the categories too. Like they said, Ashanti is a whisper singer, but she can also belt.
But she definitely is a whisper singer.
But right, I look
Sierra
at it
is a
like
whisper
Sierra.
singer,
They
yeah.
said that they said Sierra is a whisper singer. They said Janet is the queen of whisper singer.
Period.
Mhm.
Period.
Yeah, the queen.
Nobody's gonna do it better.
They ain't
Nah,
gonna top
yeah.
her.
And you know, I
Can't
used to
do
really
good.
hate the comparison of Sierra to Janet.
But I get it now.
Well,
I
I
do
get
get
it,
it.
yeah.
I've
I
always
get it.
got it. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's just something about the Jacksons that
Yeah, I
hate.
know,
I feel like
I know.
people
Should
compare
not be
them.
compared to
But
Yeah.
she is
The closest.
not even like she's the closest. Because I think
Nah, I
Janet
say
is a
Tiana.
way. Who?
Tiana?
Taylor. She the closest.
To Janet?
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
think
don't
she's
know.
a better singer than Sierra.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't.
And I think she's a better singer than Janet Jackson.
I don't think so.
Tiana Taylor is a better singer.
Yeah, I don't. Think
I
so.
do think she's a better
You
singer.
might be on to
You
something.
think so?
You
Because
might be on
I
to
think
something.
Tiana Taylor be blowing, but I think
I
it's,
just
I think
it
it's
might
very
be too different
Yeah,
to
I
compare,
think it's
but
different.
Right.
I do think if I'm like going for singing, I'm gonna listen to Tiana Taylor
But that's.
before I
But
listen
you know
to
what?
her.
I was feeling that way before I watched that video, and I was like, I can't keep saying like singing. It's just belters
No.
Yeah, and that's
or people that
maybe
can
that's
run
what I mean,
Bars.
right?
because they had
More
categories.
Right.
more
Because
technique.
Billie
is what I
Eilish
mean.
can blow, and I'm not meaning belt.
Yeah,
She's a
I
whisper singer
but I
that
don't
has
think so.
mad control over
Yeah,
her
I don't
voice.
think she's a great.
I don't think she's a good singer.
I do.
Now
I
she
think
does
she-
have great technique. I will.
That
I
girl
will
can sing.
I
definitely.
think
She got
I
control.
think there's lots of people out there that can sing like her.
Yeah, there might be, but they must not know how to use their voice to make like the type of music she's making that conveys very well to her fan, like her fan base.
I feel
I
like
don't
her
know, like,
albums
I should-
don't do
yeah.
it though. I feel like it's her
I don't know.
videos that she's just singing in her live performances when she's live that gives the that knowledge
And she
that
has
she
a
can
unique
sing.
voice. Like, I'm not saying people can't sing like her, but in the game, you know Billie Eilish when you hear her.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because the way she sings, it's like she has a unique voice for the game.
Yeah, 'cause
not maybe
today-
in
I
life.
know if certain, like if her singles come on, I know, but I don't think I could just.
But it's a lot of
pinpoint
people
her
to me that
voice.
sound like Katy Perry.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
And even
white
when Katy
girls that
Perry
sound
came out,
like-
I didn't. It took a long time for me to be like, yeah, I
Mhm.
guess she can sing. You know,
Yeah.
like because she did not.
I still don't be like she can sing. I just think she has a great pop voice.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think I wouldn't say.
But I think she can sing
I think she
compared
can
to some
sing.
people that can't do what she can do.
Yeah, I think she can
Ashanti
sing.
can't do what she can do.
I think Ashanti better than Katy Perry.
Yeah.
though. I would never.
Yeah.
Maybe she make better music, but
No,
I'm
no,
saying
no, I think she
skillfully,
better
I don't
singer.
think. See, Ashanti has gotten way better,
Than
like
Katy
way
Perry?
better, huh?
The Katy Perry?
No, I'm
You
saying
think Katy Perry can sing better than Ashanti?
No.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
no.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think they can.
You think it's different?
I mean,
Yeah.
they are too a little
Yeah,
too
a little
different,
different
to compare. But
Because I don't think Katy Perry can't sing.
no, it's not that.
No,
it's just
yeah.
I think
No,
she's
that's
got
what
a
I'm saying.
great
I just
voice for
But she
pop
don't have
music.
no soul. She
no,
ain't got
and
no.
that's the difference. Like even a white soul.
See, I
singer-
don't think that's a difference. I think that's a better because
What's it better?
Having
the
soul.
soul.
So,
But I'm
because
saying,
people like Justin Timberlake, Robin Thicke, they
Yeah,
having
but
that. So it
compared
ain't
to
like
like,
you can't.
yeah, but compared to a black artist,
Yeah, compared
They
to
not
Justin Timberlake
better.
to Usher.
No, I'm not saying
but
that.
that's what I'm saying.
But that's the only reason they can compete with an Usher, with
they
you know.
can't compete though.
Yes, again.
No, because they're white. It's not even looked at the same. Like Justin ain't really looked at as
There's some
R&B.
songs that
It's
Robin
just he
Thicke,
has some songs
But
that.
that's what I'm saying. Katy Perry.
Yeah, we're not talking about like how society looking at it. We just
No,
saying this is
I'm
the sound
there.
of it.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
but you
sound.
can
Yeah,
hear that.
there
when
are
they
some
sing.
white artists
Yeah.
that's better than black artists doing the same genre of music.
Who you think?
I can't think right now.
Of
But
course not, because you said it.
I'm just saying like I'm just saying
Right,
like
'cause in the moment.
Right.
I'm just saying like throughout history, like 60s,
Well,
70s,
I would
80s,
say-
90s.
I would say that
Tina.
Tina Marie is a better singer than some people today, than some black people today.
Tierra Marie.
Tina
Marie.
Oh yeah.
Because it wasn't about vocal gymnastics for her. It was
No,
about
she had that soul.
I can sing from right
Right.
here, not
That
from
what?
She had that soul.
It wasn't about I gotta
they
run
gotta
and
study
Of
black
course.
artists.
I
too.
ain't-
I think
No,
that's
what
what
takes
that
takes it away
for
from
sure.
me. That's what takes it
Yeah,
away from me.
But your talent they ain't taking nothing away from your talent if you
Yeah,
got
do
it.
to me. That's always been my thought process. Like if I hear a white person singing like that, then I know
it
that there's a
genuinely
black
doesn't
person.
feel genuine to me.
Yeah, I know there's a black person then that can sing better because you have to study and be in a black person's genre to even be like,
No,
damn, I
but
want to
that
sing
don't
like
mean
that.
that.
Or
That don't mean that they can't be better. Cause whoever they learning from, they can get better than that.
practice, I don't think always will make you better.
Yeah, I just
No, it will always make you better.
to me it just
It might
doesn't
not make
feel.
you the best.
I don't.
But it will
yeah,
always
may
make you better.
personally, but not. I don't think better. That's just me. I've always thought that though. I don't think there's any soulful white singer that is better than any black soulful singer.
I think
Me.
So you don't think Robin Thicke's better than Chris Song?
No.
What?
No, I don't.
I can't
You
agree.
crazy.
No.
I can't agree. With
Robin Thicke can sing better.
But it's
than Trey
not like
Songz.
Trey don't be blowing.
Mm-hmm.
But Robin Thicke can sing
Thicke-
better
come
than
on,
Trey
man.
Songz.
Come on, man.
I think
I-
they both.
I
I don't think he's
I
better.
okay. I think
Chris Brown?
You think Robin
Robin
Thicke is better than Chris Brown?
Y'all not asking me.
You think that?
You know you're not asking
I
me.
don't think Chris Brown is that great of a singer.
What?
I
wouldn't
think
say
he's
that.
fallen. He's not as good as he used to be.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Yeah,
but
he's
you think
definitely fallen.
Robin
fallen.
Thicke is a better singer than Chris Brown? Cause that's what
I don't
you
know.
just was
I feel
trying
like
to
Chris-
say.
I feel like-
But we just talk about singing.
Because
Yeah, I
my
was
thing
about
is
to say it.
Because Chris Brown got better music.
Yeah, I know what you think in that first album.
Because
Come
Chris
on.
got better music.
Stupid thing.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah, for sure.
and
He
you know what
got
I'm saying?
better
And that
music.
can fog your.
Yeah,
I'm looking at his skill set.
Yeah, when I
And
think
Robin
about
Thicke can
me-
sing
But if I
better than
take
Chris
But if I
Brown.
take Robin Thicke's first album and Chris
Okay,
Brown's
wait,
first
wait,
album,
wait,
like,
No,
we
no,
like-
you going to song.
Wait.
No,
I'm gonna say
just
it like
listen
this.
it.
Wait. I'm gonna say it like this. If you gave a random ass song to both of them
To sing.
Yeah,
Robin's
Thicke
gonna
is
Yeah, I
beat
think
Chris
Robin
Brown.
Thicke
Yes, he is.
I don't.
Come
I don't.
on.
Selena, you
I
tripping.
don't.
Selena, you're tripping.
I don't.
Selena, you're tripping.
Give Chris Brown,
I don't have
can you handle it? Is it can you handle it?
That's Usher.
And I go there,
That's Usher.
baby,
Yeah.
you.
That's Chris Brown.
That's Usher.
Yeah, that's
You're
Usher.
right. It's behind you.
You the crazy.
See, I think Chris Brown could do that song.
I think he could
I
too.
think he could do it. I don't know that he
But
could do
I
it better than Usher.
Right.
But I definitely think he could
Yeah, I
do
don't
it.
think he could
I don't
do
think
it
he
And
could
that's
do
what I'm
it.
saying. Like, he's a good singer.
Yeah.
But Robin Thicke can sing better
I
than
don't know.
Usher.
I think.
Yes.
Okay, so
I'm gonna have to stop you
No.
there.
okay, so
Yeah, I think so.
Here's
I don't
my
think
thing.
so.
I feel like
That's a
Robin.
tight one.
I feel like Robin
And Usher
Thicke
win.
is a
Sorry.
lot more
Yeah,
authentic.
Usher got a better, fuller
Usher
voice than
win.
Robin
Usher
Thicke.
win.
I feel like
Yeah,
Robin
Usher
Thicke is
win.
a
Yeah,
lot more
Robin Thicke is a
authentic.
whisper singer.
No, I don't know.
No,
They both got a dope range. They both can sing high and they both can sing low.
Yeah.
That's why I said.
Yeah, they
But
can't-
Robin
but
Thicke
the
wrote
fact-
"Can You
but-
Handle
but
This"
the-
for Usher.
But the fact,
And that part where he was like,
no, but that's cool.
We should-
That's
I-
cool.
I- we
That's
should
cool.
try and
But
find-
the
I ain't
fact
think of that
that
song.
Usher can sing full voice higher, his range
Y'all
stretches
singing
further
and
than
I'm
Robin
still
Thicke.
not.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of some songs where I could really, because really Robin Thicke do falsetto. I don't.
That's
I
what I
really-
was
Right,
saying. I think
yeah,
he's more of a
right.
whisper singer.
Yeah.
No.
Usher win that one.
Yeah.
I feel like Robin
I
Thicke
agree.
is a
I
lot
take that
more.
back. Usher is better singing than
Yeah.
Robin
Oh
Thicke.
yeah, if we're doing that, Usher is better. But
Mhm.
I feel like Robin Thicke is a more authentic soul
Soul
singer.
blues singer.
As
yeah.
a white person?
As a white person,
Yeah, I would
because
definitely
when I'm
agree with that.
comparing him and JoJo feels she's to
She
me it
learned
feels like
this
she's
from
doing
her.
it
It
for.
wasn't
But when she
now.
was young, I should say now.
Now.
Because
Right.
when she was
'Cause that
younger,
first
came
album,
out, the first two
Right.
It
albums.
sounded like that's just how you
That's
sing.
right,
Exactly.
right. And even when you watch stuff of her when
Mhm.
she was really little,
Mhm.
it seems really authentic. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened.
I think
Like-
now it's
like
in my
Joss
opinion,
Stone.
it seems like she's
Very authentic.
Yes,
Yeah.
as a white,
It
as a
seems
white
to me
soulful singer,
like,
I get it. I just don't think they're better.
Yeah,
Right.
because
The
Joss
black
Stone
artist.
is Jill
But
Scott.
this is what I'm
Right,
saying.
but Jill
But this
Scott
is what I'm
definitely is
saying.
killing
It
Joss
Man,
Stone.
But
Jill,
this is what I'm
Jill
saying.
Scott be really
Like,
fucking
blowing.
blowing.
Like,
Oh
There
my
is
God.
some that she's better than.
huh?
Joss Stone?
Yeah,
Like who?
some
Macy
black
Gray?
artists.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It is some that she is better than. You can't say that every
Gray.
black female
I wouldn't
artist
even
that
say
do
she's
soul
better
music
than
is
Macy Gray,
Joss
to be
Stone.
real. To be real, I wouldn't say she's better than Macy Gray.
No,
because if
Macy
you
Gray
listen
is
to
different.
Macy
She-
Gray,
but
Oh, Macy Gray is dope.
No, it was just because he
Is
likes
she
her.
funny?
People be-
When she sang the national anthem, remember who was that? Was that
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray was at the game,
Oh,
and
God.
Macy Gray was singing the
Oh,
national
man.
anthem, and he was like.
It's done.
But
Cause
if you
she was-
listen to her stuff, because I one day did just be like, because that's all people refer
Yeah.
to her as.
But she
And
can't-
then
but
the
she
first
wouldn't
thing that
even
comes to
be
your
an
mind
artist
is
if-
the one song.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
It's like,
But look, she even got a hit though.
Right. But
Like-
she's in a lane of her own as
Right.
well. I don't know.
I
I can't think of anybody now that's sings like her.
what?
She was perfect for the 90s.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh
she
yeah.
was.
And
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
rom-com movies.
Yes. Yes.
She was
Yes,
perfect.
Claire.
Moody's.
Rob
Moody's.
movies.
Moody's.
Right, right.
Yeah. I definitely like some white artists. I love all kind of genres of music, so I don't count nobody out.
Right.
No, I'm just diehard black. I was born
Right.
black. That's all.
And I feel it, but it's
But I just listen to everybody with a fair ear though when it comes to music.
I feel like I do, but it's just something about that privilege that make my ear be like, oh,
I mean, Eminem is definitely better than Young Thug.
Yes.
for sure. And even we were talking about him earlier.
But it's like you can't even
Yo,
compare them.
right.
Did you see
Right.
that Drink Champs interview with the Game?
No.
I don't
My
think so.
man said he's better than Eminem. Get him in a versus head to head battle one on one.
Somebody is trying to
Mano
get out.
y
He's
mano.
just trying to get out.
Somebody
He
please
said-
name the game song.
Oh, I can name some. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
he
do it
love
like
it.
that. I'm not gonna do it.
He
like
all right.
that.
I never was like,
No, and I'm not even gonna say he all right. Like,
I
and
can't say one
Yeah.
song that's
You-
his. I can probably tell you something that he's
Keep it
on,
going.
but I don't know a song
Like
that's
he's
his.
not half stepping.
No.
No.
I don't think so.
But he half stepping against Eminem.
Right, like what is
you ain't
wrong
no
He
with
not
him?
half stepping for himself. He have less than half stepping trying to go to Eminem.
And I wouldn't even say that.
Understanding
Like
stuff
I
like that.
I think you would last the first round.
I wouldn't.
It's 20.
No, if
It's
not
20
not
rounds.
Right.
Yeah, it's 20 rounds.
You last the first round.
You know, that's what I said. He's less than half
To
stepping.
be real, I mean, I don't listen to rap like that, and y'all know I don't.
Yeah, you don't.
But for real, off of what I know about Eminem's music, I don't know who I believe could get in a battle with him.
Yeah, me either.
Like
Tech 9.
Really?
He ain't gonna win.
Tech Mike.
Ah.
Tech 9.
Ah.
You
He
think
ain't gonna
so?
win.
I don't know. That one I don't know.
I mean, I do like some Tech 9 music.
He got,
but
no, I ain't saying that. He got
Yeah,
his
but-
underground fan base, but it's
Yeah,
nowhere
but
near
it's-
touching
yeah.
Eminem's.
I don't know.
I think Eminem has made himself stand out not only because he's white, but like just being able to not use the word nigga, like
Mm-hmm.
you
Right.
know, like especially nowadays when it's such a big deal for white people to be wanting to
And
use
he's
it.
like on our side about
Yeah,
it.
because it's like, but he's done it for all these years, and he's like, why is that?
He's
Like
just
he don't
a
even
really
get
smart
it.
man.
You know, like I've been able to be in this genre with them. And all of that, and it's not been necessary for me. Like, why is it necessary for y'all? And nobody even really telling y'all can't say it, because we know y'all say it when y'all in y'all cars or when y'all at home or whatever.
Carl
Right.
think he Eminem.
But it's like,
Shameless.
it's just like I don't know. Like I give him such big props on that because
Mhm.
that's a regular word for the rap game. Like, and
Right.
he's done it
He's
all these years.
Never
and
said
never,
20 plus
never
years.
even been like.
Right. Not even slipped up.
You
and
know,
shit.
like it's just crazy to me that that's even. Did you see that video? There's a white girl who made a video. She made a rap. verse.
Wait. So that it needs to happen.
Well,
It needs to be in the
dictionary.
It needs to be in the dictionary. Her picture needs to be in the dictionary under the word confused. This bitch started a rap. I'm black and I'm now she's white. I'm black and I'm proud. I'm probably the dopest white bitch around. It needs to happen today, Webster. Put her picture under the word
She wrote
confused.
this?
Yeah,
She posted this on TikTok.
This is what she knew was gonna happen.
Say it again.
Right.
I'm black and I'm proud. I'm probably the dopest white bitch around. And I'm just
I'm
like,
telling you, she knew this was gonna happen.
Oh yeah.
like,
And so then she posted a video and she was like, y'all do know that, talking to black people, she was like, y'all do know that telling a group of people
based
that
on
they
their
can't
skin
say-
color that they can't say a word.
is racist. We're racist for telling white people they
That they
can't,
can't
say
say-
nigga.
not sure how it oppressed her, what
And
it
she's like-
changed in her life, not sure how it's affecting her in any way for us to be saying
She was
that.
saying, you know, because she's been arrested a couple of times and, you know, she,
fuck that
yeah,
got to
like
do
that.
with
So she should
anything?
be able to say it. She was like, and in my book, if it ain't no ER at the end, like,
Bitch, you
anybody
don't
said-
have a book.
So everyone's responses are like,
In
we
my
can't tell
book-
you nothing.
In
like,
my book, if I see
but you
somebody
don't have
kick
a
you in the
book. Yes,
teeth,
yeah.
Right.
All the black people are just like, no one's ever really
Said,
told y'all
you
can't say it.
But
Right.
you gotta understand
You
there are
know better.
Just know
consequences.
that, but we
if
know
you
y'all
say
not
it.
going around every black. You're not, even if you want to say, I say this word regularly. I'm sure, but you don't regularly go in black
Right.
spaces and continue saying it.
right.
So that's how
Right.
you should know. That right there. Nobody telling
Right.
you can't blast Drake and say nigga because you singing the song.
Right.
Because I'll be honest,
It's whatever.
there has
Right.
been some white people around me who have used the word, and I just I'm not gonna waste my time to tell you to stop because it's just, I don't need that argument. Like, I'll just stop being around you.
Right.
But I've never felt like I have the right to tell somebody in your home, do not say that
That'd be
word.
my
That's what I was gonna
And
say.
that
It's
was-
the
is it-
setting that
right,
I'm in.
and
If we all at a
set.
bar,
And
I'll tell you.
then
I'll tell
I'd
you.
be like, yo.
right.
Chill out. And I can give you a warning. Like, I don't mind giving nobody
But
a
I-
warning.
but
or
what
nothing.
is
no
the-
problem with
But
it.
why
Sure.
is it
But
that
you
y'all
gonna know-
need to say it out in public? Why you say it at home and nobody can stop you? Why do you need
You know when you was
to
a
say
kid,
it in public?
You know when you was a kid and you was like, I
Right.
That's all they think.
Right.
I could probably get away with
Yeah.
this. No,
But
the
that's
fuck you
childish.
can't.
But that's childish.
But yeah,
It
and
is.
I do be feeling.
Like,
But there's some black
that's
people.
childish.
Yeah. But
Grow the
there's-
fuck up.
There's some black people who will be like, they don't care that they're in that person's house. Like, bro, watch your mouth, you know?
Oh yeah, yeah.
But I don't think white people really.
Yeah, I'm just
get-
not coming
yeah,
around no more.
Yeah, I'm just gonna choose not to come around
Exactly.
because you in your
You
home,
did that.
and that feels like direct disrespect to me.
Right.
That, you know what I'm saying? That you don't even be
Yeah.
like, hey, I be saying this
Mm-hmm.
here. You know, I guess you don't have to explain yourself. You at home, whatever. I just feel like some
You
context
need to
should-
know.
like,
Hey,
you know,
a
and
nigga's
but-
in the house.
But that's all the same as if you're dating a girl and you call her somebody you cheating on her with. You call her that girl's name.
She should leave me.
Like, how dare you expect her to accept
I
you
know.
calling her somebody else's name?
Elizabeth, Kathy.
Like,
I don't.
No, you Elizabeth right now.
like, it is the exact same thing.
Yeah, like you ain't seen me ever the fucking
What did you
day.
call me? That's my name for you when I get mad.
Right, like what?
Like, what?
Elizabeth.
You won't be
What
getting
you
mad
going
with
for?
me no more.
But it's just too many excuses. Like, well, I grew up around black people, so what?
Right. Like,
What
why does that
fuck?
justify being able to say
They
it?
didn't tell you can't say this enough.
But even if
They're
they
not
did
supposed
it,
to.
it's not their job.
But I'm saying
Right.
if they let you,
Right.
They
and
let you
that's-
that's what I'm
right,
saying.
yeah,
Like,
stops
you get-
there, though.
That's where it's supposed to stop.
but they should know. Because if they didn't, they knew you was
Right.
going to control.
Now,
Right.
now you were saying that you don't feel like people should have to explain themselves, and I feel like in today's society you do. If we're newly friends and you say this word,
I'm gonna give you that one.
please tell me that this is something you do. I say the word at home. Are you cool if I say it around you?
Fuck
Yes
no.
or no will be my answer, and we can move forward from that. If you choose to disrespect me by going ahead and saying it when I said no, I'm not okay
Oh,
with it.
shut up, nigga.
You didn't, right? Like you didn't want to be friends with me.
But it's the biggest thing is I know that you only want to say it because white people just feel like black people don't get to have.
Like,
nothing.
when are y'all
I
going to
feel
get
like,
that
and
shot
I honestly feel like they think we say it as much as
They say
probably-
right, because it's not coming out of nobody's mouth that much.
Even if it's every other word, we deserve to be like
No, and
But
I
the
know
thing
some
is-
black people like
right.
that.
But it's like
It's
if it
our
was-
word. That's
right,
the bottom line.
right.
And I think it's because they feel like it's a little ownership because they started it.
That's like thinking
You know,
I should.
like,
That's like thinking I should be
we
able
can,
to
'cause,
drive
like, I think
whoever's
a lot
car.
of them is gonna be like, well, if we go back to that hard ER, y'all, oh, try it.
Right.
Try that hard ER. Go ahead.
Beating ass.
I just don't get it. Like, it's the same as the whole pronouns thing. Why is it that in your group of people you can't just do that? Like, why does everybody have to
Right.
hear you saying I'm, them, they?
Yo,
What, like,
I was watching Dr. Phil, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes.
And this
Nothing wrong with it.
and this dude shut all that shit down. He was like,
Wow.
he was like, the thing is, the bottom line is, natural ass birth should come out one or two ways.
Exactly.
You don't get to choose your own pronouns.
Just like
That's
you don't
like
get to
me.
choose
And
your-
this is what he said. He said that's like me walking around saying I identify as magnificent and handsome.
Right.
So you have to
Every-
call me that. And I was like,
I get to choose my own adjectives.
Mhm.
No.
But it's making people go crazy. I saw a white guy on TikTok was like talking about how he's wanted to be black his whole life, and since people get to
Right.
since
Like,
people get to change their be like, then I need
this
y'all to start.
world, y'all
and,
don't know
and
what
that
y'all
my
doing.
thing,
me
my
as
thing
black.
is, if you're really that, go ahead and be it.
Right? Why
Go
does it
ahead
have to
and
be
be
an
it.
You know what
announcement?
though? That's
But
the
he-
exact reason why this metaverse stuff is gonna work.
You think?
But
so?
he
Yes.
also asked.
Because a white person can
downhill,
sit
though.
behind
Right.
a black face,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't know if they black or not in
Right.
the metaverse.
Right.
But
They
he
had
also
all
asked,
over the
You
computer.
might.
he also
Yeah,
asked
already
what
did.
is a
Avatars,
woman.
Yeah, they
Catfishes.
do it.
Yeah, they do be doing
But
that.
he also asked what is a woman, and none of them could
Oh, yeah.
answer. And my thing is, that's the point.
Right.
Like you're saying
think
that
you're
you
not
feel
answering.
like a
But-
woman,
but
but what
then he
is
said-
a woman?
Right.
But then he said, "You asked me."
It's a man without a penis that can have a
Nah,
baby.
he said, "An adult female." He said, I can answer.
An adult female.
That's what a woman is.
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
But
thought you meant
none,
like,
yeah.
But none of them could answer,
answer
that.
right.
That want to be looked at as women?
Yeah. How do you
Most
want
of
to
them
be
can't.
something you don't even know what it is?
Right. I see what you're saying.
Most
yeah.
of them can't. Just like the argument of trans women wanting to have like equal,
Yeah, you're not a woman.
you know,
though.
but it's like, but it's also like, why do actual women have to lessen
'Cause you're not a
themselves
female.
to make you be comfortable of something that
Right.
you're just trying to be?
Right.
Even
I mean,
if
women
you feel
have
like that
already
all the
gone
way
Bro, you can
natural.
feel like that, but you're
Yeah, but
not
it's
a
like-
female. You said what's a woman? That's an adult female.
Caitlyn Jenner
Right.
should have never won no fucking Woman of the Year.
But see, this
like
is what
stuff
I
like
feel
that
like.
doesn't make sense.
But this is what I feel like. I feel like they're asking for something they really don't want.
No.
Because say if we just gave them an Olympics for themselves, I guarantee the
Everybody
girls.
would have
No.
something to
Wait,
say.
They're all like me. I want to
No.
compete
I was gonna
with the
say
girls.
that. No, I was gonna say I guarantee all the women that changed into men are gonna complain like that.
Yeah.
Because the men that changed into women are still gonna be physically better than you.
Right,
in
exactly.
what- And you're
But
gonna
it's
be
still
like,
gonna
it's
be
not
But
fair.
it's still gonna be
How?
two different categories. It'll be trans men
And
and trans women, just like it's men swimming and women swimming.
And there should. I don't understand why that's a problem. Why is it a problem for you to be in your own
now, if
category?
we give you, and like you said, just like it's the Special
Nah,
Olympics.
y'all all in the same category because both y'all mixed
I
them
agree.
both.
I agree.
Right.
Yeah,
Y'all,
I agree.
Like
Yeah.
y'all
yeah.
all competing together.
Yeah, because there's some trans women that
But that's what I'm
stay
saying.
in their
That's what y'all don't want.
Right.
You're asking for this, but you don't even
Right.
want it.
Right.
Could you see it getting to the point in the future where none of that even
matters.
matters?
I
Where
think,
like
I think
technology and
people are
stuff
gonna
can get
try.
to the point where like if you want to be a woman, you
Oh
can be a
yeah,
woman.
I definitely think it's
you
not
can
gonna
actually
matter.
get pregnant and everything. If you want to be a woman,
But
you
they
can
already
be a woman.
they already
If you
doing
want to
that.
be a man, you could be. But I'm saying to the point where it's like
Natural.
this is in society and this is what's going on. Like,
They
this is how
already
people
making
live.
things
I
that
can see
So then it won't even
trans
matter
women.
how you born or who people date or none of that.
Yeah.
But
They
that's
already
just like
make
you can pick. Now, like if you got
Yeah.
money, you can
Yeah,
pick.
you
what
can
you
pick
have,
what
yeah, and it's
boy or
like,
girl, yeah.
yeah, it's just getting crazy and
What's wrong with
right with natural evolution of things. Like, what
But you
is
know
so
what, though?
wrong
When
with
all that
things?
future stuff come, it's gonna be people like
I don't want to be.
how you saying the natural. It's them gonna be the people on the outskirts of all the futuristic cities.
Yeah. We'll be the
Trying to
weirdos.
live.
We'll be the weirdos.
Normally.
Yep, trying. Yep, y'all. Wearing all.
What's wrong
we
with
gonna,
us?
we gonna be looking like who did?
Right.
Living like that.
And
But they
everybody
already
should be able.
making,
Everybody should be able to exist however they're trying to
course.
exist.
Yeah.
They
whatever.
already
Yeah.
making
But it's
fake.
just like
except the rules
don't-
that come
yeah,
with
but
it.
don't
Yeah.
like try and push something else out to be in. Like if you want to be a trans woman or man, don't try to lessen
What
natural
the
men and women,
right.
so that you're.
But that's the world you live in.
You know, it's like
Until
that's
you make your own
craziness.
world outside of the outskirts of the city that's showing that, then you can be like, oh no, in this area of land we don't condone that.
And see,
They
I
are-
don't
But see,
even.
this-
I don't even think it should be not condoning or
Right.
nothing. Like
'Cause I'm
you
gonna say
should
this.
you should be able to be how you want to be.
No,
I
I'm
just
saying
don't
whatever
think-
it is.
Yeah, I just don't think it should be impeding on
Yeah.
the natural
I'm gonna say this.
section of that.
Like before this became a huge thing, deal, topic, whatever you want to say it is. Comedians. Who would they tell jokes about? It's either women or men.
Right.
Now that you want to be your own category,
You don't want
and
to
they making jokes about you
Mhm.
and
Right,
women and men, you feel targeted.
Right.
Mhm.
Right.
But I don't even feel
And
like
this
they
is what I'm
want their
saying.
own category.
You don't want
Yeah, I
what
don't
you're
even feel like
asking
they want
for.
their
the
own
trans community specifically tries to demonize
Yeah.
everyone.
Mhm.
But I don't think they want their own category. I think,
No, they
especially
don't.
trans women,
they want
to
to
be considered a woman. They don't want you to acknowledge the
But you're
trans
a
part.
trans woman.
Right. And the thing is, because
But
there
that's
was the
what you
whole
are.
conversation,
That's a fact.
Right.
Because
You're
there was
not
that
a
whole
woman.
conversation of whether they should announce that to someone that they're dating that they're trans.
Hell,
Absolutely,
like,
I should be able to determine whether
Even
I
if
want
you've
to
had
be
all
with
the
Yeah.
surgeries,
Right,
or
I don't
whatever, you
care if
still
you've
need to
gotten
tell
it all
somebody.
taken
That's
care
why I don't
of.
understand when I hear stories about dudes that has slept with a trans and didn't know. Like, how do you know?
Because
Because
they
you can
lie.
and you can get
But how do
bottom
you had
surgery.
sex?
You can get bottom
you
surgery.
Get bottom surgery.
But I'm just saying though, like, how you did?
I mean, some men be lying. Some men be lying. They be saying they didn't know, and they really be looking for people
Oh yeah, I
with
see what
it.
you saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't get it, man. But I see where it's going. I see the future of things
Crazy.
with all with getting people comfortable with it.
Right.
Because it's
you
gonna
got
be
enough people fighting
at
back.
one point in life. There's gonna be so many trans people on this earth.
It's
I
gonna be
really
so
don't
many
see
of
the
so many
problem with
different things.
people
And I
doing it.
I don't.
No.
The thing is, I
Oh,
have
yeah,
a
no,
problem.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
How do you come out and be like, I should be able to do whatever I want to do, but then you want to keep it secret when it's time for you to date? And then
Right.
they're already making fake boobs that have these like things. Like, so you'll put it on and it holds breast milk or formula or whatever, so that you can breastfeed.
Yeah.
And it's like,
What the-
cool, that's all cool and whatnot. It's definitely
your
cool
house.
because if there's a single dad, you know, and he needs to breastfeed his child, that's for sure a great invention to have.
Right.
But by no means does this now mean that you
You're
are
more
me.
of a woman.
Right.
Yeah, or
Like, you're
Right.
not
You
me.
still
You know,
not a
you
woman.
yeah,
Right.
you know, and I think that's hard for them to come to terms. Like, you can't just be born a man and say
I'm
it's
a
different
woman.
than just say.
Yeah.
You know, like you can't. It's not like a match. Even getting
Right.
surgery
That's
and
what
all
I'm
that,
saying,
like,
yeah.
and vice versa. Going to a
Right.
man, like, you're not a man. You can present as one. You can be in your masculine energy and all that, but
I don't think there's a big.
I think it
deal
needs to
with
be
men,
more education on letting, especially when you do this as a teen and stuff, letting them
Right.
know, you know, that's okay
It
to be
shouldn't even
comfortable
be
as whatever you
acceptable as a
are,
teen.
Right.
but you have to understand you're not though. You're a
Right.
trans woman or a trans man, which
Right.
is a little different.
Right.
And it's okay.
Right.
And ain't nothing wrong
Because
with it.
there's plenty of people that are like you.
Right.
I definitely think it
So
should be
that's who you need
normalized.
to try to find.
Right.
Be
You
trans.
know?
But there's plenty of people that's not like you that's gonna be into you.
Because
Right,
I don't
right.
feel
Own
like
it.
you should try to trick somebody
Into-
into liking
to-
you
right.
or wanting to be with
Right.
you.
That's just like,
That should be the first thing you tell somebody.
what's her name?
Yeah.
You
There's
feeling
a
romantically,
Yeah.
romantic connections. I think that should be the first thing you tell. Well, I just want to let you know before we go
Right.
any further. I am trans.
because there's a makeup artist on YouTube. I cannot tutorials. Fuck, I can't think of her name. And this whole time, I thought she was a girl, and somebody blackmailed her to put her information out, letting it be known she was trans, and she was explaining the whole thing and stated that her boyfriend of like 3 or 4 years had no clue. How dare you fucking not tell this
Right.
man that he's like now and I could imagine that. I mean,
And
they're
I'm
still
finding out
together,
like this.
right?
Right.
Like I gotta find out with the rest of the fucking world.
Right, yeah.
And my thing is, I can understand him wanting to stay with her because it's been 3-4 years. I do love who you are.
Right.
Yeah.
Your personality
But I
has
did
already
deserve
brought
to
me
know
in.
But we
before
could
all
have just
that.
been friends.
Yeah,
Exactly.
you
We
didn't,
still
you
had
didn't
the
have to
same
lose
relationship.
me.
Right.
Like, and,
Now I look at you as a liar.
Some
and
of
she
that
said
I
that.
can't
She
trust
said,
nothing that
you know,
you
we're
say.
working through a lot because this blackmail has really affected my relationships, and I bet it did. Probably nobody in your life other than your parents
Right.
knew that this was
This
what
is why
was
it's
going
like,
on.
man, it's crazy, but I try to get in the mind frame of like these people that are like you doing catfish and all of that. Like, it just be like, dang, is your self esteem just that low?
I
to
mean,
where you
that's
gotta-
easy
it
to
could be.
see
But
that.
I
in
know
this
that's what I'm
society.
saying. Where it's like you gotta fake to be somebody
But my
else.
thing is, why are you doing it?
Mhm.
Right. Right.
Because you're really not comfortable.
Because I feel like whatever you don't like about yourself, you can change.
Right. Right.
You could change it.
You know, anything naturally. I ain't talking about like plastic surgery and none of that.
But even that.
But yeah, if that's what you want to do,
right,
and you got the
wanna-
means
Why
to do that.
catfish? Go ahead
But
and do
yeah,
that.
you know what
Right.
I'm saying? But if you looking in the mirror and you like, oh, I feel overweight, or I feel like I'm not big enough.
Right.
or
There's means to
there's
make
means
those
to
changes.
make those changes. You know what I'm saying? It's people be lazy.
Man, my son, I was doing his hair today, and I sat him in my lap, and he gonna turn up at me talking about some. Am I sitting on your bones? I said, boy, I'm thick. Shut the hell up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, we all
Boy.
have our struggles. We all
Stick.
have our struggles.
Thick.
Has that bothered
Stick.
Being
Thick.
so little.
you? Yeah, like.
That I'm thick and she's thick.
Maybe if it had.
No, that it's been topic.
What you mean?
Your size.
My size?
Yeah.
What you mean topic?
Like you're not as you're curvy as other women, or thicker as other women, or
Sometimes I get self-conscious
just-
on my
yeah.
own, but it has stopped things for me maybe, but I ain't
Oh,
never
yeah.
had a problem with
Right.
nothing as far as like what I
Right.
want to do or
Where
going
your-
after
right,
somebody,
right,
you
the
know,
way
so
you look affected
I
wasn't
agree.
going
Right.
up. Right.
No, but yeah, I do think for some skinny girl, because
Yeah.
like I even like after my
Yeah.
first son, I had lost so much weight. And before him, I actually really enjoyed my body because no, I wasn't like super curvaceous, but for
Right.
my frame, I
Yeah.
was stacked
Yeah.
and muscle and all that. And after him, I had lost so much weight that some pictures I look at and I was like,
Mhm.
bitch, why did you even go out? Like, what was you? Who did you
look
think?
sick.
Yeah, like who did you think was gonna be looking at you? But I still have
Right.
never had heads not turned. So
Right.
it's like,
Because some people like that.
Because I had talked to this one girl, and like it was an intimate talk, and she was saying that she was an A cup, and she was saying that she wanted to get a boob job.
yeah,
And I was like, "Are you doing it because of what you think you'll get, or are
Right.
you doing it for you?" And she was like, "It's for me. Like I just feel like and so that's why I was
yeah.
wondering."
And see, I
regret
do
that.
know. I have a friend who got a breast job who was pretty flat chested, but she was a thicker girl. She just had no boobs.
Mhm.
And it was
That
something that
always
just
is weird.
bothered, it was just always something that bothered her that I knew because we were friends. So I know that she did that for herself. But yeah, I think if it had affected my, like in like certain areas, like middle school and stuff, that like my nickname was Toothpick.
Right.
But
right.
I also wasn't that interested
But it
in
wasn't
boys
like-
and nothing. Yeah, so
but it wasn't even like
they were making fun of me. It
yeah,
was-
because you weren't that skinny. Because
But it
I've
was-
known some
Yeah.
girls that was
Nah,
skinny.
you was pretty.
But no, I was pretty skinny.
No, you was
I didn't
skinny.
even. I didn't
You was
even.
skinny.
I didn't even reach 100 pounds.
But
to
you
the
was
end of
small
my,
though. Like
I didn't even reach 100 pounds to the end of my freshman year of high school.
she was tiny.
Yeah,
I
she
was little.
was.
I was very little.
she
and
was.
Really, I only think that I started gaining weight for real was because of cheer. It was a everyday workout, full body workout,
yeah.
lift, and I was on the
You
bottom.
will never have a body.
Yeah,
That's
right.
where I get my size from, lifting.
You know, yeah, I had to
Yeah,
lift
playing
girls every
football.
day, and
Yeah.
it was every day. And then
Yeah.
tumbling on top of
Yeah.
that, I got a full body workout,
Yeah.
and that made me more hungry.
Yeah.
That and so
Eat a burger.
I got stuff like that all the
Then she
time.
started
Like you need to
drinking.
eat something. You need to,
The
People
drunk
be saying
food
that
People
you
said
get
that to
at
you?
the end of the night.
yeah.
People
But
used
it never bothered.
I'm
after
talking
that-
like it was to the point where people used to be like, "Bro, I'm about to go get you some food."
Oh, I know people. I say it to you, so I know.
And I be
people say
like,
it.
"Why? I don't be feeling like I be that skinny."
Because
I
that is
have
just
always
always
been
weird
an
to me
eater.
to see a guy who's skinny like that.
I
So
never thought you were that
always-
skinny either.
Right.
But maybe
I
it's because
did.
I was so skinny.
I did.
Probably like at
You
the
have
age
what?
of 20.
Thought I
Thought
was
you was
skinny.
skinny. Yeah.
And probably like the age of 23 and on, I haven't. But before that, I was like, yeah.
I thought you was regular size.
Uh,
But
Me
to
too.
me, everyone is
But then I be
bigger
knowing
than
like
me, so
I'm tall too,
So everyone
so
is like
maybe I was feeling that way because I was so tall. Like,
Yeah.
I felt like
5'8" niggas be taller than me. Like I'm only 5'5".
yeah, but I
and,
just
like,
always knew like, all right, I weigh 160. Somebody a little shorter than me that weigh 160, they gonna look big.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So I just always felt
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
it's because I'm tall.
Yeah. And in high school, the girls are really short. So
Yeah.
5'5" was tall for me in high school,
You know,
which
I
was
got
crazy.
the best perspective.
Because as soon as I got
Right.
to college,
Because you were short for so long.
No, but I was gonna say up until my junior year, I was short, so
Yeah,
I was
you
like
were.
a little bit more higher than the eye level. And then my senior year, I shot up. And I was
Right.
like, y'all are short. And I would always
Yeah.
hear, when did you get so tall? I was
yeah,
like,
Yeah.
everyone was
It is-
short. Like the girls
Right.
for sure.
True,
And
just shot up.
I
Yeah.
swear,
You
my
was
man
short
went
like your
downstairs,
whole
went to
life.
bed, and then came
Right.
upstairs the next day, and I was like,
Right.
who the fuck are you?
Because we was always like little Trent.
Right. Man, Trenton was like I said, when I graduated high school, Trenton was shorter than me.
Even when he grew a little bit.
And I'm only 5'5", and I'm like,
David's still the same height.
Man.
And David's older than you.
yeah.
But y'all was the same height.
for the longest
For a
time.
long time.
For the longest time.
Mm-hmm.
we was just always like, it's like we could count on the fact that we could make our routines
Have
knowing
you
that
ever?
they was gonna be that same height.
Yeah.
All right, them two gonna
Right.
be here. Them two gonna be here.
Did you ever pray for height?
You
You wanted to be taller?
Hell yeah. Only because, like, in the group, it was cool or whatever. Like,
Yeah, because it fit.
But
Outside of that,
it wasn't.
because everything else was you had to be tall.
And it was a topic among women.
He was getting
Like, I remember one time in middle school, obviously it's middle school, it's whatever, but
Yeah.
one girl, she was like, yeah, you cute, but you just too short. And I was like, damn.
So, I mean, I don't know if y'all ever had the conversation, but how did Eric feel about that when you shot up? Because he never got much taller.
It wasn't
either.
a conversation.
No.
Yeah, because he's not that short. Like
No,
that.
he's not
Nah,
that,
he
but
is.
he is a
He's
lot
short,
shorter.
he's
than you.
short.
Me and him are the same height.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's short, but I don't look at him like he's like.
Yeah,
'cause I've seen
yeah,
some small dudes.
Yeah.
No, it was never a conversation. We was always just close.
yeah,
And
'Cause y'all
I
light
didn't
skin.
notice it like that.
yeah.
Other
Right.
people made me notice.
Right.
Yeah, but I feel like the rest of y'all friend group
Was tall.
shot up too.
Yeah.
Oh, they big as
And
fuck.
see, it's crazy for me because I was tall at like 11, 10.
Right. And that's
And
what
I just
and that-
stayed there.
And
Yeah.
that's what I was
Yeah.
gonna say. What made me feel like I was never gonna grow.
Yeah, it
I
did
was
feel
like,
weird.
right.
Yeah.
Because I
Food
grew,
on
maybe
your
I grew
body.
maybe a
Have
little
enough
bit
melanin.
more, but
He
And
didn't-
now it's
he
crazy.
didn't
I'm
have
the
enough
tallest
melanin.
of all three of us.
Yeah.
Had you been
All three of us?
Me, him, and my dad.
Oh. I thought you were talking about us. I'm
No.
like, we're-
Obviously, he's taller than
Yeah,
y'all.
I'm the shortest of us four.
Yeah.
it's like, because I couldn't imagine Trini going around like my mom do. And how, and if we're not there, she got her little ladder.
Right.
And
Right.
it's like I really don't understand
so
that
short.
perspective now.
That is gonna be my life. William is almost as tall as me. And, and he's
So
only
that's why
he's
she
not
be like,
even
I don't
10.
need nobody here. I can do everything. She be around the house
I
fixing
gotta,
stuff.
I gotta stay
Painting.
still.
Crazy.
So
I
I'm
gotta
kind
stay
of
still.
not looking
That's
forward
crazy.
to
But
that.
I'm just saying, my mom be getting it in.
Climb
Like,
on
she be doing her
counters.
thing. She
That's been
flipped over that
especially
table
once I
and
got
Who
used
would have known that a step stool would be the
He always-
greatest invention for
Yes.
people? Like
Yes.
it
I have
really,
found
people
really
need
useful.
it. Yeah, people
Before
really
we
need
put
that.
that box spring
I'm
out
climbing
there,
on everything. I'm climbing on
Yeah.
counters. When I went to the store,
Yeah.
I would climb up the.
before that
I
box
didn't
spring
give a fuck.
broke that's out there,
Uh-huh.
because we had 2 box springs and then our mattress, so our bed was super high. I needed a step stool to get in the bed.
That's
So
crazy. That's why I could never imagine
Yeah.
needing something to get
right.
around.
Like, I'm always tall enough to do whatever.
Unless it's like 10 foot and above.
Right. And like
And you
I
know
have
what-
to stop picking up my kids early. Like I don't be trying to pick Eric. He only 2. I don't be
Right.
trying to pick him up because
You know what else is crazy?
he's half my size now.
Right.
At 2.
Like, working at factories and stuff, like, not when you're online, but when you really got to do stuff and move around and fix
Yeah.
stuff. Because we get the group and our dexterity is so, like,
Mm-hmm.
it's crazy how I be, like, doing stuff on
I
a
be
job
thinking
like
that too.
Yeah.
I be thinking that too.
You know what
and
I'm
I just be
saying?
like, how, like, when people not getting it, I be
Yeah.
like,
my coordination is crazy.
Yes, or people
Facts.
stumbling over
yeah,
certain
and I be
things.
like,
I'll be
what?
like,
Yeah. That's
how did
why.
you stumble over that?
Right.
Like,
That's why,
that was right in
trying
your
to
face.
train people behind the bar is very frustrating for me because when I got trained, the guy who trained me was like, "Damn, you've been doing this? No, you're just now teaching me.
Right.
Like, you
Right.
trained me
But I
in
can
like
Right.
feel when
3
somebody's
days.
behind me. I can feel like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
And
too.
when you don't have
Fuck
that
teachers.
flow, like, cause it's
Yeah.
easy to
Right.
work with someone if they can do it like
Right.
you, like,
Yeah.
and you can tell in certain industries and stuff and at jobs that
That shit was pretty smooth.
you can't do. Yeah, period.
Yeah.
You can't do it. And there were some people I worked with. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, I would rather be back here by myself.
Yes.
Like, I would be
Yes.
going so much
So much
faster
faster. Yeah.
if you weren't like,
So
just go get
much
ice. That's all you gotta do.
Or somebody who just keep talking to you.
Mhm.
And you don't want to be rude and be like, bro, shut the fuck up. I'm
Right.
trying to
Word,
work.
man, man.
Right.
Because sometimes I be wanting to just be like, shut
Yeah.
Because it
the
goes
fuck
so
up.
much faster if we're not
just
having
work-
it,
yeah.
if I'm just getting
Yeah.
it done.
Or if you
And
know
it's like
what
you
to
gotta go
say,
through
I
this
don't
whole
know.
shift not telling this person. You don't want to be mean.
Right.
Nigga, if you work a 12-hour shift
Because
and
it
you
be
gotta
the
move
people
boxes
who's
with
talking
this
about
nigga the
stuff you
whole
don't care about.
yeah.
But if you
Yeah.
find a friend that you can talk to,
No, not even that, because, bro, if we start talking about music or whatever, now we not working.
Right.
Yeah, but
So I want you to
still
just
go
shut the
bypass.
fuck up, bro, so I can get my
Right.
check
Yeah.
I'm here to get my check,
Like,
bro.
that's my thing. I'm friendly, but I'm here for one reason.
Right.
Yeah, like, come on,
It's
man.
very select few
When-
people that I could like hang out with outside of work.
When
And
we
that
moved-
wasn't just
When
work.
we moved back from Vegas and I started working, my plates were Vegas. And so many times, because I was the new person at work, they knew it was my car.
Mm-hmm.
Where you came from Vegas? Like, you know,
Now
I
you gotta
live here.
explain
Now
your
I gotta
whole
explain.
story,
Right. And
yeah.
I'm in the groove of learning this stuff.
Right.
And you want to ask me about my plates?
And
Like,
sometimes these people be having ulterior motives too. Like they know how to get over on bosses and all that.
Mhm.
Like that's their lifestyle. They gotta live like that. They ain't got no other dream. They know this is their job.
right.
So if you fall into the talking thing or whatever,
Man, I've always been.
you
fuck
gonna
this
get
job.
fired
Right.
before they do because
Right.
they know how to.
I've always been fuck this job.
Me too. I don't
me
care.
too.
I have
Me
left
too.
on. There was a job
I don't
I had.
care.
This third shift
Shit.
job I had, and I was talking to John at the time, and
Yeah.
he had called me on my break, and he was like, "You trying to chill tonight?" And I was like, "Yup." Lunch came, and I shot the fuck out.
No.
Never went back.
No.
Like,
Do you
I
want to
have
hear?
always, and not just for just dumb shit like that. Like,
Right.
I just have
Me
always
too.
had the mentality of
I'm a
Alvin's,
D, yeah.
Alvin's brother. I've never seen somebody quit a job so fast.
I'll quit a job.
First break, first shift, first break,
Oh no.
gone. My nigga,
Oh,
you
I've
didn't
done
even
that.
want
You
the
can tell,
job.
I've
you
done
can tell
that.
if this ain't gonna work out.
Oh, I worked at a metal shop
You can
before.
tell if this ain't gonna work out.
Why
worked
did
at
you
a
even
metal-
show up?
Oh look, I did that before. I worked at a metal shop before. It was like machine operation. So you had to run all of these different machines. And it
Yeah.
was my second day there. Because I found out the first day, oh, you only get 1 5-minute break.
What?
Oh, hell, some of them factories be wild.
I said, yeah, because they push it
Yeah.
to the limit that
Some
they
of them
know
factories
Right.
and they
wild,
can legally
man.
do.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
like, we don't got to give you a 30-minute nothing.
Some of them.
We only got to give you 1 5-minute break legally.
Yeah.
They did that shit. The next day, bro, I'm talking about my machine was so far away from the smoking area or just the break area. By the time I got there,
I would have to come the fuck.
everybody was putting their butts out and shit and walking back to the. I said, oh, hell no.
No.
The next day, I said, all right, this got to be a fluke or something. The
I done
next
walked
day,
off of jobs.
oh, that first break when that happened, I sat out there, did my thing, what I had to do, and I walked right out there. Dude.
The only time I walked out on, and I didn't quit for his birthday, and I had already been working there for a few months. He was still kind of drunk and stuff, so he was leaving. And I was like, well, if you leaving, I'm leaving.
Right.
But I still came back, so I ain't never.
A manager that
You walked
pissed
out of
me
a
off.
job?
Yeah, multiple. Multiple.
I
Just
don't-
one story.
I don't know that I've ever walked out.
Just
on
one
a job.
story.
Multiple. Even a job I liked at the Roadhouse. One of the managers pissed me off. I told him I had to do something. Give me these days off. He gonna give me the day off in between the 3 days I needed off. And I'm like, nigga,
I need Monday. I need Monday, Wednesday, and Friday
Thursday
off.
off.
All right, you can have Tuesday.
like it was I was like, and it was a valid reason. Like it was to literally help me to get back and forth to work. Man, and me and him always got into it anyway because he's just a little racist and he got a little pedophile in him. And I picked up a shift for somebody else, Markayla.
Mm-hmm.
I get there, I'm doing all my shit, and the schedule wasn't up yet, so I'm just getting the bar ready. I'm doing what I do, and we open, and there, if bartending, because during the week you got to do it by yourself, so I always try to eat when we first open because that's when there's not that many people there unless we get a rush. That's the only time I'm really gonna get to eat. So I go to put food in, and I'm going back there checking on the food, and it's up, and I actually, like, people came in when we first opened, and I had a bar guest and 2 tables, so I was making money right off the bat. Saw that schedule, and I was like, okay. He think that I'll be playing. He think that I'll be playing. I already had made money, so I had money in my bucket.
Mm-hmm.
I went to the back, like, dry storage, so where we keep the dry food, and I called Derek, and I was like, he didn't give me the days off. Come get me. And he was like, come get you? I said, come get me. I said, I'll be waiting. Another manager is sitting up doing the hosting when people come in because the host wasn't there yet. I'll go back to bartending and serving these people. I mean, having a great conversation with the lady at the bar. And as soon as I see him pull up to the front doors, I was like, I'll be right back. Grabbed my wallet, left the money in the bucket. I didn't even take no money I made. And she was sitting, she was like, where you going? I said, I'll be right back. As I'm walking by her, got in the car and drove the fuck off. Y'all not gonna keep fucking playing with me. Nigga, I said I need these days.
It's like one time I was
so I'm finna have these days off.
It's like one time I was working at this factory and every morning we have a meeting. And when we be sitting there having the meeting, you can see where you come in for work. And so the boss is always like, at 7 o'clock, I'm closing the garage gate. So you can't get in, but there's a door to get in. So he just be watching that door. And this black dude came in like at 7:02. Came in. And the gate was still open too. So he walked through the gate. He came in and the boss was like, nope, you already know the rule. Go back home. And all of us started laughing because we was like, he just playing.
Right.
He said, all right.
Okay. Okay, don't tell me.
No. Turned right around, got in his car. We was all sitting there like, he ain't about to leave for real.
Don't play with
This nigga turned his car on. We heard. We was like, he ain't about to leave.
I'll be back tomorrow.
He said, he was back tomorrow.
Look, you don't play with me.
Let's go.
You ever walked off a job?
Yes. Yes, in California, actually, I was serving at a restaurant, and one of the rules is if you break a glass at the table, wait there, and somebody will bring a broom and a dustpan just so you can monitor where the glass is, let them know everything. So, it's a cool rule, whatever.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
Not really.
Not really the way it is.
No, it's not.
I can see your
But
magic.
one day I was serving and I was taking them away, but it nicked the side of the table and it fell. But when the glass broke, it cut my hand. And so it started leaking. My hand actually started leaking, and I didn't want to bleed all over the table and shit.
They was still there?
Who?
The guests?
Yeah. It was right at the beginning of the meal.
Oh, yeah, I would have left.
And so I started walking to the back to clean my hand. And then my manager, he was like, what are you doing? I was like, glass broke at the table. He was like, so why aren't you back at the table? I was like,
because I'm bleeding.
I tried to explain that, and then he cut me off again. He was like, you know the fucking rules. Why the hell do I have to explain this to everybody? And I was like,
because it's a dumbass rule.
But I was just like, okay. And I went to the sink, and he was still talking. I really don't even know what the fuck he said at this point. He was still talking. I was just rinsing my hand off. And then I walked back and I grabbed my backpack out of my locker, and he was following me at this point. And then he was like, you're not going to get a broom in the dustpan? I was just quiet. And then once I grabbed my bag, he was in front of me. So I just put up my middle finger, and then that's when he saw the blood coming down my hand. And then he was like, oh, are you okay? I was like, get the fuck out of my face.
Okay.
I don't have shit to say to you right now.
That's a dumb rule.
I'm leaving.
Like,
and I walked right.
But if you know I know the rule,
how am I supposed to tell
But I'm trying to explain it to you, and you're not even letting me speak.
But how is somebody supposed to bring a broom and stuff if I don't let nobody know that I broke the glass?
Yeah, so like somebody that's around at the table.
That's dumb. That's a dumb rule. Please give me his number. I'll let him know.
Yeah, it's a little awkward.
I let him know.
You just sit there.
Right. Exactly. Like, why wouldn't I go get a broom and stuff?
Right. And you just sit there.
So let me pull up a chair and have this conversation.
But now on top of that, I'm bleeding.
You want me to just
stop this? Don't worry. Don't worry.
That's a dumb rule. That's dumb.
You break a glass, just wait.
That's why I won't go back to work.
I fell asleep at work once.
People,
I blatantly fell asleep at work.
I can't work.
I did it on accident.
No,
I had a date
at Denny's. I was on third shift, and it was boring. I was there by myself, and a lot of people don't come into Denny's as you think they would during the week. Mm-hmm. And so I would get like random people, and they'd have to wake me up because I'm not. What am I staying up for?
I remember I was working at the post office. I had a date. I was working third shift, and I had a date right before I went in.
Oh my god!
But the date was a beer and wine festival. And so we was drinking, sipping and whatnot. I went in a little tipsy. On my first break, I guess I was a little bit too tipsy because the nigga took a nap and woke
No.
up an hour late. My supervisor was like, yo.
No, you got some whack ass coworkers because I ain't
Right.
never fell asleep on a
Right.
break and nobody wakes me
And he
up.
was
All
like,
right, me
Like,
either.
When I worked at Hollister. Now, you know how long that was right when I got out of high school.
yeah.
In the back, you know where you keep all the inventory. My ass would climb up on them shelves and go to sleep. In the middle of shifts.
And
I didn't
nobody
give a fuck.
waking you up.
No one. And because
Oh,
of
shit.
that era, one of the managers that I have, she was a little younger, so she went out all the time, and I was going out all the time. And like if I had a morning shift where I had to help open the store, man, you know how they have the chairs and couches right there by the cash
Yeah.
register. We would sleep until that bitch opened, and then
Get everything
like,
together.
I don't like.
Ain't nobody gonna be here at 9 in the morning.
I was
Fuck
like,
up my
bro,
face.
I just got home an hour before I had to be here.
Man.
I'm still drunk, and she was like, "I'm so glad
That
you said
night
that, 'cause
that
I'm
we
still,
went
yeah,
to-
let's pop a
That's
squat,
wild.
blankets on the back of the chairs and everything."
When we
Like,
were
Remember I
working
worked at
at Praxis,
Oh.
remember that night we went out and we literally got back into town and had to go to work. I
Too many
was
times.
I done rapped that
like
before.
too many
You
times.
ever
couldn't handle it.
drink at work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I've been
Worst
cool.
day ever.
Ah.
Worst day ever. I was like, I'm never doing this shit again.
No,
I'm like, I gotta concentrate too fucking much, man.
Yo, the best time it happened to me, it was Cinco de Mayo. I was serving at Red Lobster. I was cool with the bartender.
See, you serving.
Yeah.
It's different,
It's
so.
different.
Yeah.
I'm
And so-
using the
Because you
fucking
moving around.
high
and
low.
stuff.
But serving at Red
Right.
Lobster on
Can't
Cinco
do
de
that.
Mayo, ain't nobody coming in for no fucking lobster.
Yeah.
So we
Right.
back taking margaritas, we taking shots of shit, and the manager cut me early as shit. Right across the street, it was La Cantina, and that's a Mexican spot.
yeah.
So we went
He
over
said,
there,
let's go over there.
and we went downstairs, and we saw
Your
some of our
manager?
coworkers. He cut us early.
Oh.
Because no one wants
Yeah,
lobster.
right.
All right.
Right.
Yo, was like,
So
good burger.
we went downstairs.
Might as well go home.
Right.
Yup,
Yeah.
that's exactly
Yeah.
how it was.
Only thing though with that, when they cut, sometimes
Then
you
people
get
start coming in.
people
Yeah.
coming in at the most random
Yeah.
time. Like, I didn't cut everybody. It's 2 servers on, but then you
Mhm.
make
That happened
mad
on
money.
Christmas at Denny's
Yeah.
once for me.
What happened at La Cantina?
Long story short, they had a beer pong table down there. Me and a couple coworkers, we played like 7 rounds in a row, and the loser had to buy the next rounds. We got drunk as fuck because we never lost a game.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
No, I've never done
It
good
was,
work.
and we was in our uniforms. So it was a bunch
Oh,
of
yeah.
white ass button ups.
Oh yeah, I love drinking I love going to drink after a shift
Yeah.
because especially.
Right, you still in your uniform.
But you
right.
go to a restaurant, so they
we
already
already
know,
yeah.
what the deal is.
Yeah,
they make
yeah,
your drinks
yeah,
stronger,
yeah,
like, all that
yeah.
shit. Like it's definitely a
Hell
perk being
I
a
was gonna say,
server
I
bartender.
worked at this factory where we was on stand-up high-lows.
Mhm.
It was,
Those are the worst.
it was cool once you get used to it. It's straight, right? But
Never
we
went
had
high
to
low.
fill trucks, so the way that they would stack stuff on top of each other. So
Right.
there was these boards and stuff that you had to use. So it was this spot in the factory called the Annex, like in the back corner of the building, where all the stock of that was. If you ran out of boards or whatever, you just take your high-low back there and get some more ring on it. I went back there one time, this dude was just back there chilling. I'm like,
I
what?
know what that means.
I said, oh, so this the spot? And he was like, yeah, bro. He was like, you know how long it take for a nigga to have to restock, nigga?
Look, okay. Okay.
I left and came back. This nigga was on his high like. I was like, God dang, this the spot.
Yeah.
And then it was like a garage thing there. So one time I'm back there like just chilling, we're just talking or whatever, and I heard like a doop. And I'm like, what the hell? He like, oh, bro, out there smoking. I said, what the hell? This is the spot.
Okay,
I
you're not
said,
doing niggas
man,
is
and everybody on the squad knew. Like,
I
everybody
remember
on
when
our
I-
shift knew.
But when I was working at the post office, it was a scam where you bang crew. It wasn't really a crew, but we made it a crew. Like one day, all of us worked there. It was real cool. We had a lot of jokes running.
Yeah.
So the next day, we told
A lot of jokes running.
the next day we told everybody they could work there. And then for months later. But on break, we would literally go up the street to a park play
Oh
basketball.
my gosh. That's how it was. Hollister was so bad. I would leave without being on my break. One time I left and went and got my nails done. Didn't say nothing to nobody. I just left and went and got my nails done in the mall.
Where's Karina?
Nobody asked nothing when I got back though. And I'm like, damn, either the store was just that busy they didn't notice. I can't even remember if it was busy or not, but I know I was bored as fuck up in the room where I was. 'Cause at Hollister, all you do is just walk around. Like, there's
It's
nothing
crazy
to
how
do.
you learn how to survive on the job.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
I had so many people that worked at different stores, and I went visiting people. And I went seeing Bruce, and he was like, "Why you ain't at work?" I'm like, "I just left. I'm finna go get my nails done. I was just coming to say hi to you, my dog." Like, I don't know what they're doing over there. But
You got
not
it.
Why
enough
you gotta
for me.
work? I just left.
I don't know why I have this mentality either.
Tip of the day: know the ins and outs of your
job,
workplace.
got to.
I ain't never had no like wild.
Cause you too goody goody.
No, it's just I
I
never.
never give a fuck about a job. I never.
I mean,
I did, but I didn't.
Yeah, I didn't want to. It was times I
Yeah.
didn't want to lose it, but that's what I mean. Like you learn.
No,
how to work.
I ain't never felt like that.
Yeah, no, I never
No,
felt
I'm
like
saying
that.
like there was a time when I'm like, I don't want to lose this job right now. I'm making good money, so I ain't
Sure.
gonna fuck it up. Like you know what I'm
I
saying?
mean,
I just learned
like,
how to.
And I think my curse was and is I always got good paying jobs, so I never
Yeah.
thought like that.
Yeah,
I was just always like,
Use a nigga.
fire me if you want to.
Look, I'll walk.
I don't
out.
know.
Once I got
I
to a
feel
certain
like-
level, I got to that point.
Yeah.
I didn't quit on the shift, but I quit a job once because crazy. This Hispanic lady named America.
Yes.
What?
Right.
Why is always the Hispanics that name America?
I don't know, but it was weird because we were kind of friendly. Like we were nice to each other. Just the fact that her name was America and my name was Latina.
That's
so
cute.
That's
right.
That's cute.
Like it was cool, but she hit me with her car one day.
Oh,
And-
you?
Yes. And so, for whatever reason, she went and told our supervisor that I hit her. And I'm just like,
What?
America, you're here in America. I know how to drive. Like,
wait. She said you
you
hit
hit
her.
her. Right. She backed into me.
Like
And-
your body or
My
your
car. My car.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, how the fuck did she get away with that one?
And
she
I'm
hit
just-
your car. She
yeah.
hit you.
And I'm just
Yeah.
like, I don't understand. First of all, I didn't get out of the car like, bitch, what's the, like, it was
Right.
just a, oh my gosh, are you okay situation.
Right.
Then I come into my shift the next day and our supervisor is like, what happened yesterday? And I'm confused because you shouldn't know about that anyway. I mean,
Right.
unless you watch the cameras because you're bored, but. And she like, America told me that you guys got into a little fender bender. And I was like, yeah, she backed into me, but it wasn't that serious. I mean, it's a crappy car I got anyways. It's not like I'm caring. And she was like, no, she said that you hit her intentionally. And I'm like,
What?
intentionally? And I said this to her. I said intentionally? I intentionally hit her? I'm on my way home and you think I'm stopping to hit somebody?
Right.
Like,
What?
and my supervisor got very upset with me because I was talking to her like that.
Alright.
And I'm like,
Bitch,
right.
I don't give a damn.
She was like, I'm gonna have to write you up if you don't
Yo,
calm
these
down. And
super-
I'm just like,
Yo,
I never give a
these,
damn.
these supervisors,
Right,
they
like,
don't be on those power trips.
They do.
I remember I had this
seriously
one
be thinking I
supervisor.
care too.
So check this out. It was when I was shooting the scary movie.
Mhm.
I had just cast that part, and I was supposed to go to work. Obviously, it was a night scene, so I had to go to night. And it was third shift. So I'm telling my supervisor, I put in the slip. She denied it. Like,
They can't deny.
but this was
Well,
like a
you
month.
just lost me.
No, this was
Right,
like a month
yeah.
ahead of time. So then I wrote out another slip. I put it in. She denied it. And so I wrote another slip, and then I brought it to her. And then I brought the other movie that I was in, and I was like, look, at the end of the day, you gonna be here.
Okay.
I don't plan on
Right,
being here.
like,
So whether you approve it or not, I'm not gonna be here. So
no.
your best bet, if you don't want nothing,
Blow back on you.
real tip of the day, if you are a supervisor, please remember that job means more to you than
Don't
it
give me
means
no
to
in
us.
between days off, nigga. I said I need these 3 days
they
off.
be on power trips.
Mhm.
You got me.
And
That's a
she
long
was
line.
because she tried to.
See, I don't even give them that. I'm leaving.
But the craziest,
That's why I
You
didn't
just
say.
won't see me on that
I didn't
day.
say nothing to my man's.
the
And then
craziest
I'll come
part,
in the next day.
the
And I
craziest
still got a
part,
job.
her daughter and I went to school together, so for some reason she thought that meant something to me. like I was going to be showing her this utmost respect or something.
Yeah.
No, bitch, you're still just my supervisor who I can care two shits about. And
When
somebody
I
lied
did
on me.
shit,
Right.
right.
Like, and she gonna say, I'm gonna have to write you up if you don't calm down. I said, is this the end of my shift? She said, it can be. You're right, it can be.
See ya.
It will be.
That's
Like-
why I fuck with these niggas that do auditions and give you per diem. I fuck with them.
Right.
Because they understand, like, you know, you missing work. You
Yeah,
missing
right.
You still got to make some money.
Yeah.
Even if you don't have
I've
some
had jobs
auditions
like
or
that
whatever.
too that understand that, hey, I'm going to do this.
And this ain't my
It's
life.
very
Right,
rare. I
like-
use
my
my
paycheck.
paycheck. Don't. But like
Yeah.
I said, this bitch was on an aisle like.
The real tip of the day
But
is
this
that
ain't even no-
supervisors need to understand that they care about this job more than we do.
Right.
Right.
And that they literally are the reason people are not going back to work.
Right,
It's
like-
y'all. Because all the employees usually are pretty
Cool to
Cool.
each other.
Mhm.
you know, and can get along because you know the environment. And
But
We
the
got that one
supervisors
time,
be
Joe.
cool with people too.
sometimes
But it's the people that they was cool with when they was employees that last
Right.
been there for 30
Right.
years with you.
Right.
Ain't nobody
Right.
about
Right.
to-
Right.
Ain't nobody about to be here 30 years with you to be cool with you, nigga.
Stupid.
Have you ever had?
Man, I walked out of the job because they changed my schedule.
So you want to
I don't
give
give a fuck.
Bob all the love,
Right.
Because he done been here 45 years. He about to retire with you. Like,
I
come
had
on, bro.
I had a white supervisor who she. Some of the black people were pretty cool with her, and I was just not willing to be that cool with her because I can tell that you're a wannabe, and I just wasn't. I'm not into hanging out with people who want to be me. Like,
Okay.
so I'm just not cool with that. And they were
And see,
kind
that's
of.
crazy, Latina, because when I get famous, I want to hang out with people that want to meet me. Oh, my God.
No, I mean black. She wasn't
Oh,
black.
oh.
I'm
never
just not
mind.
into that.
I can't hang out with you.
Yeah.
bro.
And so they were downsizing, legitimately downsizing. Like it just was going around the plant that they were downsizing. And she let me go. And I'm just like, I'm one of your hardest workers. You got a bunch of sorry. You gotta, like, that's legitimately how I
You're
felt.
a
Like,
bunch of slow people.
right. Like people who's not mentally understanding how to do this job. I'm putting y'all numbers up, and you let me go because I don't want to hang out with you because you want to be me.
That's
Like, you
why-
don't want to hang out with
That's
me?
why
You
I
fired.
will walk out of a job
Like-
because I know.
Oh, you don't want to hang out with me? You
I
fired.
know
Right,
that
like-
I'm one of the best employees always, no matter where I work. That's why I will walk out of a job.
I was gonna say, yeah,
because
that's why I'm confident.
you
too.
need
too.
me.
Because I work hard.
You need me.
Because
And even
there's
if you
never
don't
been
act
a
like
job
you
that I
don't-
couldn't
Y'all
do.
ever seen that Popeye movie?
Which one?
The live action one?
Robin Williams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You owe me an apology.
But my
Oh,
thing
you
is,
don't want to go out with me? You owe me an
but my
apology.
thing
Okay.
is, I'll give the workplace supervisor the workplace respect.
Mhm.
But when it comes to when you trying to belittle me and
Yeah, like,
You
come
gotta
on,
remember,
bro.
I'm grown
okay,
as hell.
all right,
Right,
now
right.
we're
Okay.
human to human,
I'm
and I'm gonna
grown.
put you in your
That
place.
reminds me of a time when I think I was 14 or 15, working at Burger King on the East Bell Line.
Yep.
That corner up there by the gas station next door to that. And I remember it was summertime, and I remember this one day that nobody was really there, like nobody was really coming. And the supervisor, not the boss, but the supervisor was there. He was probably 21, 22, something like that. And he needed the outside swept up, you know what I'm saying? He like, it's perfect time, nobody here, go out there sweep it. And I was like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, you gonna be my little bitch today. I was like, that was
Come
that.
on now, brother.
Like,
That
don't.
was that, bro.
Why do y'all
Come
feel like
on
y'all can
now,
say
brother.
dumb shit?
Yo.
Like, why would you do that?
You just lost what you thought you had.
Like, come on now.
And the
was
thing
that.
is, you could have felt that way.
Mom, come pick me up.
Look, I don't care if you fire me. I don't care.
Like-
I don't care about none of that.
Don't give
I
a
remember the boss
damn.
called me maybe 3 days later after he found out what happened, because 2 more days went by. I ain't coming back.
Right.
The boss called me I heard what happened, man. I'd rather have you here than him. So, would you like your job back? And I'll fire him. And I was like, what? I was like, hell no.
Right. When I was at Denny's, the manager had asked me to clean the windows because we were just not doing nothing.
Mhm.
And I was like, yeah, I'll do it because I don't like standing around. So I'll do stuff.
Right.
I'll do busy work.
Right.
But then he started saying that I needed to make sure that the windows was clean every day. And I was like, hold on, this is not my
show me where
job,
it
though.
says,
Like,
it says that on my description.
right.
Don't
Like,
ask me to
unless
do
you
nothing
plan
that
on
ain't-
paying me
If
at
I'm
least
not making a
minimum
drink
wage.
and going
Is
to
it a
slam
table?
plates, Don't tell me.
Because I'm not even getting paid minimum wage to be here. So don't think you about to have me doing minimum wage jobs.
I really don't be understanding that. Like, how much do you think that I make?
Exactly.
You should know how much I make.
Exactly.
To know that I don't get
more than them.
Fuck that your tone is
right.
And how did it
Like,
become my
you
job to make sure these
man.
windows was clean? It's somebody's job. There is somebody to do this, and it ain't me. I signed up to be a server.
You didn't say this when I was hired. That this is part of my duties. Hey, if it's slow, you gotta do. I didn't never hear that. So I don't get. If it's slow, that means I just get to walk around and talk.
And again,
I
if I'm being, but my thing is, if I'm being polite enough,
no one
pick up a broom and sweep nothing.
Where?
No.
Exactly.
I'll be in factories when they be like,
crew.
if it ain't no work.
Find some
We
work.
just swept this whole bitch yesterday.
There's nothing to sweep. You got
So
time
what?
to clean. You got time to clean.
No,
you got
to
clean
too. If you got time to say that to me, you got time to clean.
Cleaning crew.
Come on, bro. Why we can't just stand around?
Who is we hurting
Man.
by just standing here
There's
talking?
nothing happening.
One time they tried to say,
Because me sweeping this floor ain't putting your product out.
Look, one time they tried to say because they couldn't get enough people at the restaurant to just food run, which is like the bussers and hosts, you know, but they was low count, so they wanted the servers to do it. Now, if I'm on my shift and I'm not busy with my tables, yeah, I'll run food all day. Like, that's whatever. That's what I'm doing. But this nigga wanted people to go tell everybody they gotta take turns. There's gonna be a rotation of coming in for a specific shift to just food run.
Like,
I would never see that check.
Exactly.
I would never see that check. Y'all got me fucked up. I said,
you can work for free.
You can You can put me on there if you want to embarrass yourself,
because we only get paid $2-3 an hour.
You gonna be around this thing stressing because I ain't coming.
I'm not. I will tell you right now. He telling everybody. He like,
how
no.
You think you gonna make me work for free?
The thing is, even if I get paid minimum wage, but I'm claiming,
we'll take
exactly.
that.
I'm not gonna see that shit.
I'm not doing anything besides making drinks and serving food.
I don't know.
And they try it all the time to get people, and the younger people would do it because
they
they just
don't
dumb.
know.
They don't know. I will put people on game all the time. Don't do stuff that is hourly stuff.
Dog.
Don't do that. You're never gonna see that.
So
money.
they are supposed to pay you for side work. They're supposed to pay you minimum.
Yeah, you're supposed to clock out. You're supposed to change your clock
right.
time.
Certain restaurants don't be doing.
No,
that.
none of them do. But
certain restaurants I have, they say make sure you clock out.
Yeah, they'll say it, but all of them is supposed
they
to
hoping
do it,
you
but
forget.
They just hope you forget. Man.
Hey, what y'all think about? This is IALCB thinking on the spot. What y'all think about taking a trip one time this summer and doing the podcast?
I've been wanting to do or bring that up. Like,
while we on the road.
Yeah, Gene got to run the trunk.
Because I'm trying to get William more jobs and stuff. Yeah. So I was considering asking.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You know what I'm saying? We could do one episode in the car, and then we could do one at the destination. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That would be dope.
Yeah.
Just to take the fans on.
Would y'all like to see that?
Trip.
Us
Leave
on
it
the
in the
road.
comments below if y'all would like to see that. Man.
And that's another episode.
Yeah, because we regular people like y'all. He got to go to work in the morning.
That's all I got show.
And probably like, what time is it? He got to go in like a few hours. And it's late night right now.
I ain't been to sleep yet. You see how much I care about y'all?
I've been up since
Latino gave me.
I guess we got time for one more topic if you going into it.
Oh no, I mean I did, but
Go ahead.
I'm here now.
You here?
I'm here now, baby.
I don't know. I got a lot going on in my brain.
What's on your mind? That's what we here for.
I just want to know. I don't know. It's nothing specific. I don't know. I legit will have so
Guess
much
we're gonna have to say
on
for
my
next
mind
time
that I don't know
she
what
gotta write
to
it
say.
down.
Right.
Like,
And that's cool with me.
I don't know what to
I
say.
gotta write it down.
This
Well,
has been
good.
another
Watch
episode
something gonna come.
of your favorite podcast. Make sure you click that subscribe button. What you want to hear us talk about down in the comments.
Hit that bell so that you can be notified whenever we drop. You know what I'm saying?
Oh.
This
And
is
we-
like I show.
Hey, yo.